kamighimo to langit, sikoy ko kamighimo to aldaw bulan. Ikaw ang nagbuhat sa kabituunan, ikaw ang nagbuhat sa kalibutan. Manama mawantog ka, warag po ko ilingkoy ko. O Diyos, kahibulungan ka, busa ikaw lang ang simbahon ko.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم فقال ربكم ادعوني أستجب لكم آمين يا رب العالمين الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين اللهم اجمع شامل المسلمين والكريستيان والأمة في مدينة دبعو وسلم دائما مجتمعنا هذا بالسلم والأمن والتقدم في بلدنا هذا آمين يا رب العالمين ربنا لا تزغ قلوبنا بعد إذ هديتنا وهب لنا من لدنك رحمة إنك أنت الوهاب ربنا إنك أنت الوهاب ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار وصلى الله على خير خلقه سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين آمين يا رب العالمين.
In the name of the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. Amen. Our most gracious Heavenly Father, we come to you today to praise and worship you and give you thanks for all the things you continue to provide for ourselves and our families. Father, we humbly ask for forgiveness for all the times we have offended you, when we forget to acknowledge your presence in the image of our brothers and sisters, and for moments we fail to be good stewards of the blessings you have given us. Continue to guide and protect each one of us, Lord, that we may always walk in the lights of your everlasting love and mercy. Grant us, Father, with your comfort in times of distress and with your strength in times of weakness. Bestow upon us your unending grace and healing, that we may in turn become instruments of gentleness and compassion to others. We ask all this in the name of your Son, our Lord Jesus Christ, with the prayer and the intercession of our Blessed Mother. Amen.
Manama mawantog ka, warag po ko ilingkoy ko. O Diyos, kahibulungan ka, busa ikaw lang ang simbahon ko.
Good morning and isang mapagpalang umaga sa ating lahat. So, I'm Mark Anthony Hamisal. I will be your host for this morning session. So, isa munang mapagpala at mapagbiyayang umaga sa lahat ng ating mga kaguruan and of course sa ating mga mag-aaral na kasama natin ngayon sa ating first for the month of February na Microsoft Tech Talks natin. So talagang this is a series of Tech Talks na talagang kaabang-abang and we would like this Saturday na talagang productive. So sa mga nagising ng umaga, sa mga nagpe-prepare ng breakfast, at sa kumakain pa lamang ngayon. So samahan nyo kami today at talagang bubusugin namin kayo sa mga bagong kaalaman. And bago tayo mag-umpisa ay talagang last week, we did, parang kumbaga nag-drum beat lang tayo ng ating mga Microsoft applications and yung mga trainings na aabangan natin for the month. So last week, we had Sir Michael Morelia na nag-share about Wakelet, another partner ng Microsoft na talagang magagamit natin mga teachers sa mga portfolios, sa ating mga projects, sa mga bata, lalo na in this time of pandemic na talagang yung mga outputs nila hanggat maaari, we need to see it as, and we would want our learners to have that authentic assessment na gawa talaga nila and hindi lang siya naka-folder or naka-kept sa isang cabinet or sa isang lagayan na naka-compile, but isa siyang project na pwedeng i-showcase hindi lamang sa school but also around the globe. So yung mga learners, ating mga professional development networks, so na-share din natin yan, ang ating Microsoft Education community, ang ating mga teachers din na talagang marami tayong matututunan with our partner with Microsoft Education. So, all right, so before we begin our session, let's have our head of EdTech unit, Mr. Mark Anthony CC, to share his welcoming remarks. And of course, ma-inspire din tayo for this morning na talagang alam ko may magandang balita rin na ibabalita si Sir Mark. Sir Mark?
Hi Sir Madge. So sa ating pong mga participants na nanood po ngayon, magandang umaga po sa inyong lahat. Ako po ay lubos na natutuwa dahil matagal ko na talagang pinapangarap na makilala ang Pilipinas in terms of its edtech platforms. Before, ang laging sinasabi ng mga teachers ay puro private school lang yan, ginagawa lang yan ng private schools. Ngayon, kahit nasa pampublikong paaralan ay makikipagsabayan tayo sa kanila. Hindi ngayon sukatan kung saan tayo nagtuturo, kung saang paaralan tayo, kung saan mang lugar o kung sino man ang ating mga estudyante. Ang tanong lagi dito ay, ano ang magagawa ninyo para i-improve ang inyong kakayanan? So, with this, things na nangyayari, nagkaroon tayo ng pandemya, nagbukas ito ng oportunidad sa maraming mga guro na kaya palang gawin, kaya palang matutunan. Yung mga akala nating imposible ay nagagawa nating posible ngayon. It is because of our willingness to learn. Dahil lagi nga ninyong sinasabi, lagi nating sinasabi, para sa bata, para sa bayan. At kami dito po sa EdTech Unit, kasama po ang Microsoft Philippines, kami po ay magsasabi naman na para sa guro. Dahil kapag napaghusay natin ang kakayanan ng ating mga co-teachers or mga kapwa-guro, walang imposible. At ito po yung sinasabi ni Sir Madge na good news. Ang Philippines po ay napabilang dun sa nominees ng M-Education Alliance. Ito po yung grupo ng EdTech team or core group sa buong mundo na ini-spot nila o tinitignan kung sino ba yung may mga projects na kakaiba, yung project na nakikita nilang malaki ang maitutulong at pwedeng maging example sa iba pang mga bansa. The Philippines is actually nominated into 2 categories at ang isa sa category na ito ay yung Policy EdTech Champion. And just the other day, nakatanggap po kami ng email congratulating the Department of Education dahil tayo po ang nag-champion sa category na yon. And imagine that, yung ibang bansa nakita yung initiative natin at ang kinakailangan lamang natin gawin ay i-sustain at ipagpatuloy ito. Hindi natin ito ipinagmamayabang, ngunit ito ay ating ipinagmamalaki. Bakit? Dati, sinasabi natin, ay sa public school lang po kami, ay wala po kaming ganitong tools. Ang DepEd po ngayon, ibinibigay ang mga ito sa ating mga kaguruan. And I would like to thank our partners sa Microsoft Philippines kasi po ako mismo, nakita ko po yung transition. Nagbigay talaga ako ng kwento. Alam niyo ba kung bakit? Nasa Lasal Green Hills pa lang po ako, nakakatrabaho ko na po sila at ginabayan nila po kami kung paano namin napaghusay yung mga teachers sa LSGH kasi doon po ako nag-work before as the EdTech Liaison Officer kasama ni Ma'am Grace, ni Ma'am Isang, kulit talaga sila ng kulit. Ako naman, I thank you sa pangungulit ninyo. At that time, ang perspective ko lang, wala, Lasal lang talaga, Lasal. Pero nung nabigyan ako ng opportunity na makapaglingkod sa public service, ang aking mata ngayon ay kung ano ang ginawa sa mga private schools noon, kayang-kayang gawin ng public schools ngayon. Malaking tulong ang training na ginagawa ng Microsoft dahil ito ay kabilang sa tinatawag natin na 21st century skill. Kapag hindi natin ito ginawa, then we are left behind. Tandaan natin, kung gusto nating maging competitive ang ating mga mag-aaral, kinakailangan maging competitive din ang ating mga kaguruan. At magagawa natin yan lahat sa pagtutulungan. And with all of the learnings na inyong matutunan dito, gamitin yan para sa kagalingan ng pagtuturo. At hindi tayo maghihintay ng 10 taon. Baka after 3 years, we will be the tiger in Asia in terms of EdTech. Yan ang aking napoproject. Lalo na kung ang ating mga guro ay willing na matuto. Hindi lamang yon, ang mga learners natin ay atin ring ihahanda. At huwag po kayong mag-alala, gagabayan po kayo ng DepEd, ng ICTS EdTech Unit, at nandyan po ang ating partner sa Microsoft. Lahat ng inisyatibong ito ay hindi para sa amin. Ginagawa ito para sa ating mga mag-aral, para sa minamahal naming ding mga kaguruan. Kaya, let's enjoy the day. Ako po ay nakatutok din. Handang-handa na akong matuto ng bagong kaalaman na isi-share sa atin. Kaya, ihanda ninyo ang inyong mga notes. Kuha na ng ballpen, kuha na ng papel kasi traditional method, di ba? Ay, habang sinusulat, naiintindihan. Kung gusto niyo namang i-code or i-type, okay lang din. At huwag kayong mag-alala. Recorded po ang session na ito at pwede niyo pong balik-balikan at ulit-ulitin. Kaya, let's enjoy the day. Happy learning!
Wow, thank you Sir Mark. At talagang very inspiring yung message na yan para sa ating mga kaguruan. So, di ba mga fellow educators, talagang importante sa isang leadership na meron kang vision. So, kahit hindi kayo isang leader, lahat tayo mga teachers, we are leader at our own right po. Na talagang we need to have that characteristic or that attitude of a visionary na ito ay magagawa natin. So, talagang other than being a visionary ay yung positivity na na-share natin sa lalo na ngayong umaga sa ating mga kaguruan, sa ating mga katrabaho, yung mga ganyang good vibes lang sa umaga. So talagang thank you so much Sir Mark for that nakakataba at nakaka-excite pa na inyong na-share na talagang ma-challenge din tayo mga teachers na lalo pang pagbutihan at lalo na po sa aming EdTech unit na talagang mas magpursige at mas mag-aral pa ng ano pang mga iba't iba pang mga tools na maaaring makatulong sa atin lalo na po ngayon sa ating pagtuturo. So ayan, so isa sa ating mga katuwang nga ang Microsoft Education Philippines and talagang partner natin to since ako ay bata pa, Microsoft na tayo na ginagamit natin yan. Batang Microsoft nga daw tayo, mga batang 90s eh. Pero sige, let's welcome our representative from Microsoft Education Philippines, Ms. Grace Ko, para magbigay ng short message, a welcoming message din sa ating mga participants this morning. Hi, Ms. Grace!
Hello! Isang magandang Saturday morning sa lahat ng mga nanonood sa ating DepEd ETU unit. So thank you so much. Yan. So maraming salamat po for inviting us to finally launch this partnership. So gaya nga po ng sinabi ni Sir Mark C earlier, kami po ay matagal na pong katrabaho ng DepEd and finally we're able to launch something like this, and the idea really was to bring this bite-sized sessions to you every Saturday to share some of the tips and tricks, pati yung mga best practices na ating teachers at saka mga partners sa field. So, kami din super excited kami kasi we know na DepEd ETU unit is one of our partners kapag dating sa pag-share ng napakaraming training. So yeah, so kailangan abangan sana to na ating mga teachers kasi kami po sa Microsoft together with ETU team pinag-isipan po talaga namin kung ano ba yung mga topics na i-deliver natin every Saturday at yung mga topics na ginawa natin is made in a way na matututo po yung mga teachers, pati po mga students at syempre pati po mga parents. So, invite niyo po lahat ng mga feeling nyo gustong matuto ng Microsoft at technology. So, we'll make it as easy to digest and as bite-sized as possible. So, yun po, I guess, in behalf of our team at Microsoft Philippines, we would just like to re-echo our commitment to continuously work with all of you to help you use our technology and to make it easy for you to make teaching and learning more fun, collaborative, and innovative. So, maraming salamat for the partnership. Today, we have a very special speaker. So later, kahit ako, excited din ako manood ng session natin. So, enjoy!
Yay! Thank you, Miss Grace. Yes, so talagang excited tayong lahat na matuto. And again, hindi lang ito para sa ating mga teachers, ha? Pwede rin sa mga parents natin na nanonood and ating mga learners kasi nga it's a Microsoft Office 365. Pero bago tayo mag-start dyan, Sir Mark and Miss Grace, sige nga, ano yung naaalala nyo? Let's go back to our memory lane. Yung mga panahon na nag-start ang Microsoft Office. Ano yung natatandaan mo na application na ginamit mo, unang-unang Microsoft Office na ginamit mo? Sige nga, Miss Grace and Sir Mark.
Ako, Sir Madge, to tell you honestly, wala akong computer kasi sa bahay noon. So, nung una akong pumasok sa teaching job, as in sinabi sa akin ng boss ko, o gawa ka ng PowerPoint, ang laki yung mata ko, anong PowerPoint? Hindi ko talaga alam kasi wala akong alam talaga. Tapos, nung nakita ko, so tinuruan ako ng aking kapartner that time. Natuwa ako sa puro effects. Alam mo, sabi ng mga estudyante ko, ganyan sila na ganyan. Kasi lahat ng effects nilagay ko. Sabi ko, ay, pangit ba yun? Tapos niloloko nila ako, Mr. Mark, alam mo, maganda naman yung presentation mo, kaso less effects. At sa pamamagitan nun, napolish ako overtime at natutuwa ako. Kasi aminado ako, yung panahon ko kasi typewriter eh. So hindi ko pa alam yung word. So nung pagpasok ko sa teaching job, dun pa lang ako talaga na-expose. Ito pala yung Microsoft thing. Ayan yung lesson plan namin, kinakailangang i-type. At pagkatapos lang ng 2 taon, master na master ko nun. Hindi ko makakalimutan talaga yung reaction ng mga estudyante ko na sinusundan nila lahat ng effects na nilagay ko. Kumaganyan-ganyan sila sa classroom. So ako parang, ano ba to, niloloko ba nila ako? Parang ganun. Ayun po.
Yes, so nakakatuwa talaga yun, Miss Grace. How about you, Miss Grace? Ano yung naalala mo?
Well, for me, ang pinaka-fondest memory ko, kasi ako, I grew up with Microsoft, the Microsoft Office transitioning with me. So I think the first one na naabutan ko, at nagamit ko at may muwang na ako was, I think, 1998. Windows 98. So, ang pinaka-memory ko ng Microsoft is, I think, sa lahat ng aking pinagdaanan sa buhay is yung thesis ko. So, nung college ako, unfortunately, I didn't really have that enough training or parang, imagine college na ako na. So, that was like 10 years ago. Hindi ako marunong gumamit ng Microsoft Word ng maayos. At isang araw, na-delete ko lahat ng aking files. So, hindi ko siya makakalimutan kasi nung time na yun, hindi ko alam pwede palang ma-recover yung mga na-delete na files ng Microsoft Word kasi meron palang ganong function. So, now I know better and now I can teach those who are doing their thesis to be mindful of that feature. And I thank you.
Yes, Miss Grace, talagang may mga ganun talaga mga features ang ating Microsoft Office. So sa ating mga online participants, you may type kung ano yung mga hindi nyo makakalimutang karanasan or una nyong encounter sa Microsoft Office. Ako naman mag-share, Sir Mark and Miss Grace. Naalala ko nung college, since ako ay student assistant nun sa computer laboratory, so talagang exposed ako sa mga Microsoft magpag-install, Office 95, MS-DOS, may 2 boot, kasi may MS-DOS, tsaka may Office Microsoft 95, nagkakaanohan ng edad, ano? So, 2000, talagang very na in love ako sa PowerPoint. Kasi yung mga teachers noon ay parang nagpapatulong sa akin. May isa nagpa-assist ng kanyang parang demo teaching ang dating eh. Parang i-competition yun ng PowerPoint. And guess what? Nanalo yung aming team. So yung pinagawa na PowerPoint presentation at it's an analytic geometry na teacher. So siyempre alam mo yung mga animation, yung biglang malaano na arrow, dun pa lang tumato. Di ba yung nagwaway, tapos yung may tunog pa, may sound na effects. So doon nakakatuwa. Saka yung mga GIF, yung mga animation na talagang doon pa lang excite na tayo. And of course, yung mga clipping, yung parang assistant na ng office o yung mga
Clippy!
lang si pag help mo, pwede mong palitan, gawin mo si Albert Einstein, di ba? Naalala niyo yun? Ayan, so yun yung ating mga memories. Ayan, sabi ni Carol, Microsoft Office 1997 at 1999. Yung word art is live!
Word art!
Yes, naalala niyo, Sir Mark.
Ay, ako talaga, aminado ako, nagtatrabaho na ako nung natutunan ko yan kasi wala kami computer. Ayun.
Alright, so talagang nakakatuwa na balikan yung ating mga memories with Microsoft Office 365 or Microsoft Office. Pero ngayon, we do have our Office 365. So talagang hindi na natin patatagalin pa, Miss Grace and Sir Mark. Let's welcome our resource speaker. Papakilala ko na po siya. He's a graduate of De La Salle University and co-founder ng Weir Immersive Technologies. O, di ba? Nung sinerch ko to, parang virtual reality ang effect. May mga nakita ko nag-testing sila. At mga batang-bata at talagang nakakatuwa yung mga startup companies at mga companies na mga bata ang mga nag-founders. Good job, sir. And then he is the current success manager for Microsoft Philippines. Let us all welcome, give a virtual applause to Mr. Christian Katahan. Yay!
Hey.
Yay. Magandang umaga, Sir Mark and Sir Marcine, Grace. Salamat po sa intro. And ayun, and magandang umaga po sa lahat ng mga nanonood sa Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao. I guess, to be honest, this would be my first time being in a live webinar, no? And although hindi ko nakikita yung mga manonood natin, no, physically, I'd like to talk to you then, no? So kung saan man kayo nanonood, comment lang kayo, pakilala din kayo sa amin from where you are and saan kayo nanonood. And yeah, to Sir Mark C's point nga po, no, this would be a series of sessions and webinars na itinaguyod ni Microsoft and ni DepEd para matulungan yung ating mga guro and yung mga mag-aaral natin to be competent enough and to be equipped with the right knowledge on the Microsoft technologies and kung paano yun makatulong sa ating pag-aaral and sa pagtuturo ng ating mga guro. So again, ako po si Christian. I am from Microsoft and together with DepEd, we are holding these sessions for you. We hope to improve the quality of education, which brings us to our session today, which is the Office 365.
Yeah.
Yes, ayun po. No? So over the next 2 or 3 hours, I hope you can join us, no, as we talk about the concepts and the features and maybe the apps, no, that you can access with the Office 365. And at the same time, try and understand kung paano ba to makakatulong sa atin bilang estudyante or bilang guro. Okay?
Yes, Sir Christian. So talagang excited kami today. Pero bago yan, Sir Christian, ikaw naman, hindi kita palalampasin. Ano naman ang ma-share mo na memory mo or first encounter mo sa Microsoft Office?
Actually,
Diba?
to be honest, no, ang akala ko nung first time ko na-experience yung Microsoft Office, akala ko iisang app lang siya, yung Microsoft Word. Akala ko yun lang yung Office. Akala ko yun yung Office. And then, ang naalala ko doon is ginagamit mo yung word art. And at that time, nakikita ko pa yung assistant, si Clippy, right?
Yes,
And actually, nung una, I never understood the concept of Microsoft Word. So parang akala ko game lang siya. Kasi di ba, bilang bata, akala ko na kapag yung nakikita ko sa let's say sa computer ay games lahat. So parang pag ino-open
Yes.
ko yung Microsoft Word, akala ko game siya nung una. Until, of course, nung lumaki na ako, doon ko naintindihan na hindi lang siya basta-basta laro.
Yes.
Ayun.
So
Ayun.
talagang ayan, nakakatuwa, sir. Alright, sige Sir Christian, ready na ang ating mga teachers and we're very excited for your talk and your presentation. So take it away, Sir
Yes.
Christian.
Yes. Okay, let me share my screen just to start things off. Okay. Alright. Ayan. So again, magandang umaga po sa lahat ng manonood natin sa Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao. And ako po si Christian ulit from Microsoft. Together with the Department of Education, tinatayo natin yung mga webinars na ito para matulungan kayo kung paano nyo magagamit yung mga Office 365 apps sa pag-aaral ninyo and sa pagtuturo. No? Pero siguro to start off, maybe we could just contextualize and set some goals dito sa webinars na to. Bibigyan ko kayo ng 3 points lang na hopefully isa puso natin as we go over the concepts ng Office 365. No? Una, at the end of the session, you should be able to learn how and where to access Office 365. So kailangan maintindihan natin kung saan ko nga ba makikita tong Office 365 na to, no? So pagkatapos nun, kailangan natin matutunan kung ano nga ba yung mga apps na pwede natin makuha sa Office 365. And of course, pangatlo, once na alam na natin kung ano yung mga apps na pwede natin makuha sa Office 365, kailangan natin maintindihan kung paano ba to makatulong sa atin bilang mga mag-aaral at bilang guro or bilang ninuman na gumagamit ng Office. Okay? So hopefully we take this into heart because ito yung mga pinakatanong na gusto natin mabigyan ng sagot as we progress with the webinar. No? So hopefully masagot natin itong mga tanong na ito and hopefully matutunan natin lahat ng kailangan natin matutunan. Okay? So sunod, siguro to start off, introduce muna namin sa inyo yung Office 365 as a whole. Ano ba si Office 365, no? Just to not get confused. Office 365 simply means a service, no, na pinoprovide namin ni Microsoft and ni DepEd sa inyo, mga mag-aaral. Para makakuha kayo ng access sa mga apps tulad ng Microsoft Word, which is yung familiar na sina Sir Mark, no? Excel, PowerPoint, Teams, and other apps, ano? Okay, so Office 365, di ba? So paano naman yun makakatulong sa akin, di ba? Ano ba talaga yung importance niya and ba't ba siya nandito in the first place? Ganito yon. Una, with Office 365, yung teachers natin can facilitate yung classes nila, do their lectures, maybe provide reviewers and mga learning materials na para sa mga estudyante natin, di ba? At the same time, let's say ako bilang estudyante, I can use Office 365 to access yung mga learning materials na ito, di ba, na ginawa ng ating mga guro. Kahit saan man ako, no? As long as nakapag-sign in ako sa account ko, of course, then makikita ko yung mga materials na ito, di ba? And pangalawa, because of the many apps, no, sa dami ng apps na matatanggap ninyo sa Office 365, you can use and select specific apps that can fit yung learning style and behavior ninyo. So kung let's say ako, mas hilig ko ang magbasa or magsulat, then maybe Microsoft Word is for me, di ba? If more on visuals naman ako, I can use Microsoft PowerPoint. So on and so forth, di ba? Pangatlo is because you can upload your files online through Microsoft 365, you not only get to store it online, you can also share it with other people. So, pwede nyo gamitin ng Office 365 to send and share yung mga, let's say, projects ninyo with other people. But at the same time, ako as maybe a teacher, no, pag gumagawa ako ng mga learning materials, pwede kong ibigay sa ating mga mag-aaral, di ba? So, lahat yon posible through Microsoft 365. Okay? Pang-apat, of course, and na-mention ko na ito, because Office 365 is in the cloud, you can upload yung files ninyo online. So, kung saan man kayo, let's say, nasa bahay kayo, di ba? Doon nyo ginawa yung homework nyo. Pumunta kayo ng school or kung saan man, and kailangan nyo i-access yung file na yon. Eh, wala kayong, let's say, mga USB, yung mga drives kung saan pwede i-store yung mga files na yon. Pwede nyo siyang i-access online. Mag-login lang kayo sa Office 365. So, di ba, mas madali i-access because andun na yung lahat, right? And panglima, and this is similar to the second point, no? Because of the many apps of Microsoft 365 and the many features it has for each of the apps, no? You can get creative with the work you're doing. Pwedeng sa pagbibigay ng lectures, paggawa ng assignments, group projects, pag-organize ng events, schedule ng meetings, pag-facilitate ng meetings, ng classes, lahat yon, you name it, no? You can get creative with the use of Office 365. So again, I hope you can take this into heart then, no? So you can better understand kung paano nga ba talaga makatulong si Office 365 sa akin. Okay? All of these are possible with the apps that 365 can offer us. Apps like these. So, ang papakita ko dito and yung mga nakikita nyo ngayon sa screen are just a few of the many apps na makukuha ninyo for the Office when you log into your Office 365 accounts, no? So, some of which are already familiar with some of you or yung mga kinalakihan na natin, no? Tulad ng Word, Excel, PowerPoint, I'm sure familiar na kayo dito. And for the most part or most people, ginagamit na ito sa pag-aaral nila or sa trabaho, di ba? And then we have other apps as well, as you can see here. Ngayon, we are going to, for this session, we are going to go through most of these apps, no? Isa-isahin natin yan, explain natin yung concepts and kung paano yung bawat isa makatulong sa akin or sa inyo bilang mag-aaral and bilang guro. Okay? Yun lang naman ang importante. And as we go over the session, no, feel free to maybe ask questions regarding each of the apps kung meron pa kayong kung siguro mayroong mga hindi malinaw, no? Feel free to ask either me or baka kina Sir Mark or whoever, no? Okay, so to start off, I'm sure you are familiar with the Microsoft Word, no? And hindi ko na kailangan na masyadong introduction dito, pero text editing tool siya, of course. Ngayon, paano ba siya makakatulong sa akin bilang mag-aaral and para makatulong sa mga teachers natin? Obviously, ginagamit natin ang Microsoft Word for purposes like research papers, letters, school letters, company letters, announcements, excuse letters, love letters, kung applicable sa inyo, pwede yon. And of course, as students, pwede rin nyo gamitin to as yung personal reviewer ninyo, di ba? For the same review kayo for exams and everything. Ngayon, meron tayong, kumbaga, separate sessions that will cover each of the apps here, no? If you want a more technical and deep discussion for, let's say, Microsoft Word, we will have that session, no? But I guess if you have other questions, let's say you're interested in Office tips and tricks like yung Microsoft Word, yung mga shortcuts, or maybe mga things yun na hindi nyo pa nalalaman na pwede pala or posible pala sa Microsoft Word, then comment nyo lang if you want us to discuss that, okay? Next one is the Microsoft Excel. So ngayon, Ang Excel kasi by definition ay data visualization kasi yan. But you can use Microsoft Excel, especially sa mga guro natin, no? For let's say class attendance, or maybe employee lists, di ba? List ng mga teachers natin. And then iba examples nito could be tracking yung mga finances ninyo. Basically anything to do with numbers and computations na kailangan nyo makita right then and there. You can use Microsoft Excel to help you out. Okay? And then, ito, as I mentioned, if you are, kasi depende naman yung sa learning style and learning behavior ninyo, yung paggamit niyo ng Microsoft 365 apps, di ba? So let's say ako or kayo are more on visuals nga kayo, na mas natututo kayo by visuals. Then you can use Microsoft PowerPoint as teachers to create yung mga lectures ninyo para sa mga mag-aaral, di ba? So like this one, kasi sa ng Pilipinas, pagdating ni Magellan and so on and so forth. You can create mga lectures like these na pwede nyong i-share sa klase ninyo. Okay? Alright, ito Microsoft Outlook. This is more oftenly used by mga companies din. Pero of course, pwede rin siya gamitin by any organization in general. No? Basically, it's an emailing app na pwede kayo mag-send ng emails, schedule events, anong pwede nating i-schedule? Field trips, ito, or project deliveries, or kailan yung start ng klase natin, pwede nyong i-plot lahat yon sa calendar. Na makikita ng lahat ng mga kasama nyo sa organization when they access yung calendars nila. So, yun lang yun. No? So, again, ulitin ko lang, as we go over each of the apps here, try to answer the questions na binigay natin kanina as to paano ito makatulong sa akin bilang estudyante or bilang guro. No? So, habang tinitignan natin yung mga apps na to, try nyong sagutin iyon kung ito ba ay something na magagamit ninyo, no? Maybe not now or maybe in the future, sabihin nyo rin sa amin, no? Then we have the OneDrive because again, because Office 365 allows you to store or upload yung files ninyo online, you can store it via OneDrive. So dito nyo siya pwedeng ilagay. Now, ang OneDrive ay primarily used for personal files din because lahat ng mga may account sa Office 365 ay merong OneDrive. So, if ako meron akong OneDrive and meron akong mga personal reviewers or personal notes, maybe lectures, no, pwede ko siyang i-upload sa OneDrive which I can access kung, let's say, wala ako sa bahay. Pwede kong i-access sa OneDrive sa phone ko, di ba? So, may copy ako ng mga files na yon. So, yun. So, sana magamit nyo rin itong OneDrive. Then, we have the OneNote. OneNote is similar to a notebook. Ngayon, kung medyo nakasanayan natin yung mga tulad ng ganitong notebook. Ito. Right? So, typically, pag sa notebook na ito, you store yung mga personal notes ninyo. Di ba? Kunwari, may during a class lecture, nagre-review or nagte-take kayo ng notes na dinidiscuss ng guro, di ba? Yung OneNote can help you store all of those notes. Personal man siya or maybe yung mga ideas ninyo, pwede nyo siyang ilagay dito sa notebook na to because it is parang in short, a digital notebook na pwede nyo i-store sa device ninyo. Alright? So I hope medyo nagkakalinaw na no kung ano yung mga apps na pwede nating gamitin. At the same time, kung paano to makakatulong sa inyo, no. Try to imagine lang kung paano niyo to magagamit. And of course, Microsoft Stream. Now I know baka sa karamihan ng mga manonood natin ngayon hindi pa ganoon ka-familiar sa Stream, but ang Microsoft Stream ay kumbaga a video streaming app ni Microsoft where you can upload and view yung mga videos, no? So in this case, let's say may mga lectures tayo or may mga documentaries or maybe mga recorded videos na kailangan nating i-play ulit, no, para sa mga ibang tao para makapag-review din sila or maybe get as reference, pwede nating ilagay yan sa Microsoft Stream na pwede din nilang i-access, no, anywhere na or kung saan man sila as long as they have the account, no? Review nila yung video na yon, diba? Ganun lang siya kadali. So some of the things again na pwede niyong paggamitan nito ay lecture videos, class videos, or even mga vlogs, educational vlogs, personal. Up to you, up to you. Okay. Ayan. So susunod naman ay ang Microsoft Sway. Now by definition, ang Microsoft Sway ay a moving visual presentation, no, na pwedeng gamitin ng mga teachers natin or nino man to create a story, to visualize stories, kumbaga. Ang pinaka-purpose talaga ng Sway ay for storytelling purposes. So let's say you can make announcements nga of, let's say, mga recent events, projects ng department natin, di ba? Pwede nyo siyang ilagay sa Sway. Ang kinaganda nito is pwede nyo siyang i-integrate sa, let's say, sa mga websites, ganun, or pwede nyo rin siyang i-export as standard presentation files, no? Either way is fine. So, again, some of the use cases na pwede natin gamitin dito are announcements, newsletters, blogs, di ba? And anything that we can integrate siguro sa web, pwede si Waze. And again, moving presentation siya. Ngayon, may mga questions, probably may mga questions na kayo ngayon, no, na parang, Sir Christian, hindi po ba parang similar siya dun sa PowerPoint? Kasi ang PowerPoint din naman ay visual presentation, di ba? Technically, totoo. You can use Sway din as a visual presentation. Pero ang pinagkaiba lang kasi niya is PowerPoint you can use as parang directly towards yung mga students din na pwede mo gamitin yon as class lectures eh. Kasi let's say bulleted nga yung mga items na ginagamit ninyo pang turo, no? Usually presentation yung go-to nila. When you use Sway kasi, it's more on, kumbaga, a level up lang ng presentation na yon, especially kasi if you are narrating eh. Kaya built talaga siya for storytelling. Na parang if you view one story, ito yung introduction, ito yung, say, ito yung body ng context, pwede nyo ilagay yun sa Sway ng parang iisang flow siya. We call it a flow eh. And then, another difference is, again, yung integration niya with the web because yung Sway, usually pwede siyang gamitin for blogs din, which yung PowerPoint hindi naman. Parang ang mas use case ni PowerPoint is for direct class lectures, whereas Sway is more on announcements nga or blog integration. So I hope na in a way medyo naklaro ko yun, no? But then at the end of the day, it's up to you because again, Microsoft allows you to be creative, di ba? Because of yung kanina, because of the many apps and features na makukuha nyo from each of the 365 products, you can select apps which fit to ano yung style ninyo. So you can use PowerPoint, you can use Sway. Okay, so just to answer that. And then we have the Microsoft Forms naman, which pwedeng gamitin ng, let's say, mga guro natin to create yung quizzes or yung exams nila, no? Na, which typically are done or traditionally done on paper, di ba? Nung nasa classroom pa tayo, parang we hand out yung mga printed quizzes, printed exams. Pero of course, in line with yung pandemic, di ba? Medyo forced tayo to learn remotely and separately. So, ang forms naman ay makakatulong to create quizzes like these, no? Na pwedeng gawin ng mga guro natin and pwede nilang i-share sa mga estudyante nila na pwede nilang sagutin. And at the same time, yung mga guro pwede nilang gradean after. Okay? So, ganun lang kadali. And then we have the Microsoft Whiteboard. Now, I think this is something new sa mga manonood natin, no? Basically, Microsoft Whiteboard, as the name suggests, is a digital whiteboard, no? Say, sa isang klase, ako as a teacher, pag nag-explain ako ng lecture, maybe mas gusto kong visualize or dinodraw yung mga topics, no? So pwede ko yun gawin sa Microsoft Whiteboard na makikita rin ng mga estudyante ko na nakikinig sa akin, no? So like what you see on this image here, no? And hindi lang siya for class lectures actually. So ang use case naman ng whiteboard ay marami yun eh. Marami naman kayong pwedeng paggamitan sa whiteboard. Pwedeng planning, pwede kayong pag nagda-draft kayo ng report, di ba? Or gumagawa kayo ng diagram na siguro mas gusto nyo pag kayo mismo yung nag-i-illustrate, di ba? Pwede yung whiteboard because iisang canvas lang yan na pwede nyong gamitin for any purposes that you wish to. Okay? Microsoft Whiteboard. Tandaan natin. Okay. Ang sunod naman, and we're going into some of the other apps no na as equally important to everyone. Microsoft To Do is in short a personal to-do list ninyo because alam ko na each of us, mapastudyante, mapaguro, or admin, or kung sino man, meron tayo mga daily tasks na kailangan natin gawin. Actually, hindi man lang necessarily estudyante. Ako bilang tao, everyday, may mga activities na kailangan kong gawin na ayoko makalimutan, di ba? So, ginagamit ko yung Microsoft To Do para i-list yung mga tasks na ito na hindi ko dapat makalimutan, kailangan kong gawin for the day. Right? So, as you can see here. So, hindi naman complicated yung interface niya and very easy, para lang siyang checklist. Okay? So, personal to-do list nyo, use Microsoft To Do. Okay? Now, ano naman yung Microsoft Planner? Kumbaga, ang Microsoft Planner is a collaboration tool na task-oriented din siya. Parang checklist din siya ng task, but it's projected differently. Number one, kung ang Microsoft To Do ay for personal task, ang Microsoft Planner naman ay for group tasks na pwede natin gamitin within the group, no, to track kung ano yung mga tasks natin na separately kailangan gawin, but kailangan natin makita yung effect nun overall dun sa pinaka-goal natin. Let's say, for example, itong Microsoft Planner, and this is a basic example. Gagawa kayo ng final report, group reporting, di ba? So, syempre sa report na yon, may mga task and mga responsibilities ang bawat member, di ba? So, pwede nyo siyang i-track dito. Right? So, ito are just the simplest way to really illustrate. But then, these are also used kasi for software development or maybe big planning big events, di ba? Pero, just to keep it simple, ito yung, here is a simple way of how you can use Microsoft Planner. So, important thing is, use Planner for group tasks, okay? Ngayon, ano naman ang Microsoft Lists? So, Microsoft Lists are used to maybe track anything, no? So, pwede nyo gamitin ang list for, let's say, inventory, events, field trip itineraries, or basically anything na gusto nyong ilista or gusto nyong i-track, no? So, ang kinaganda ng list kasi is pinadali niya yung pag-input natin as students and teachers doon sa mga fields, sa mga rows na ito. Okay, so Microsoft List, you use that if you want to maybe list anything that you want to track. Okay, right. I'm gonna stop here because baka meron na naman tanong na from our audience na, Sir Christian, ano ba yung difference ng to-do planner and ng list, no? So just to really keep it as simple, and again, these are not limited to what I'm about to define here, no? Because again, you can use apps any way that you want it, no? Depende sa creativity ninyo or sa needs ninyo. But to give a definition of each, Microsoft To Do for personal to-do list lang, di ba? Which pwede nyo i-access, let's say, sa phone, no? Ang Microsoft Planner, you use that for group tasks. Either software development or baka thesis or baka group report. As simple as group report, pwede nyo ilagay sa Microsoft Planner. Depende dun sa kailangan ninyo. And then we have the Microsoft list is to list anything else. Again, you use list because hindi naman lahat ng nililistan niyo ay puro task lang, no? So, yung first two, yung Microsoft To Do and yung Planner ay task-oriented siya, and yung list ay not necessarily, no? So, again, you can use list for, let's say, inventory nga. Track niyo yung mga kagamitan niyo sa bahay or maybe sa school. Maybe pwede nyo i-track yung mga employees ninyo or yung itineraries ninyo kung ano yung flow ng event and ano yung flow ng trip, di ba? So, yun yung maybe some of the difference. But again, it depends on your creativity and how you want to use it. Kung saan kayo mas comfortable. No? This is not something that is dahil nandyan yan, kaya nyong or parang you have to use it, all of them all at once. No? So, depende rin sa preferences ninyo. Okay, next. Now, given that we have, Microsoft Word, Microsoft Excel, PowerPoint, all those things, diba? And na-mention ko na we can do, class lectures via yung Microsoft Whiteboard, diba? Ako as a teacher, I can do that. I can create reviewers, diba? So, paano yun? Ibig sabihin, nakakalat ko yun, separately ko yun i-open. So, paano ko magagawa yung mga classes ko actually? So, etong Microsoft Teams, which, as you see on the window, we're introducing this to you sa mga guro natin and sa mga paaralan natin, no? Because this, I believe, of course, would be the future of classroom learning, no? So, magiging digital ito. So, by definition, Microsoft Teams is a collaboration platform na pwedeng mag-usap yung students and teachers within the school or within the organization, no? So, at the same time, you can use Microsoft Teams to facilitate yung classes ninyo as teachers. You can grade them, you can submit assignments, and do whatever. You can schedule a call, do whatever, no? So all of this can be done in Teams. So this is why we introduce Teams sa mga schools natin, is to be able to support nga yung online learning ng mga schools natin. Okay? So paano ba gumagana si Teams, right? As you see here, pwede kayo mag-chat with fellow teachers or yung students ninyo. Pwede kayo mag-send ng announcements across the school, across everyone sa school. And then you can share or upload yung mga assignments ninyo, mga works ninyo with other people and other students. You can collaborate, no? At the same time, pwede rin kayo mag-join ng groups and classes. Okay? Parang medyo, pero parang medyo marami siya to dig in. But take note that this is meant to simplify learning in our modern day situation, no? Especially with the advance in technology. At the same time, yung threat nga, yung ongoing threat ng, let's say, ng pandemic and all, we introduce Teams to be able to solve that or bridge the gap between yung disconnect natin ng mga teachers and students, okay? What else can you do sa Teams? You can do class lectures. Familiar ba kayo dito? I use a stock photo. But if you're familiar, ito yung Microsoft Whiteboard na pinakilala ko kanina, di ba? So, Ito, you can use Microsoft Whiteboard in Microsoft Teams. So kapag nag-video call kayo with yung mga students ninyo, ako bilang guro, pwede ako mag-illustrate ng topics ko doon mismo sa canvas or sa whiteboard, diba? Like this one. Although ito ibang example to because this is planning. But then you get the idea na since it's blank canvas siya, students and teachers are free to express yung ideas nila habang tumatakbo yung lectures. Okay? Ayan. What else can you do? Pwede kayong mag-submit ng assignment if ako yung estudyante. At the same time ako yung guro, pwede akong magbigay ng assignment and mag-review ng assignments ng mga guro natin, di ba? At the same time, pwede rin ako mag-grade ng mga estudyante ko. No, let's say ito yung mga students ko na nasa loob ng isang team. Remember, you can join the classes. Let's say isang class kayo doon, ito yung mga estudyante ko. Pwede kong ilagay yung grade na makikita lang nila once they log in sa Microsoft Teams nila. So, andali, di ba? And then, what else? So, through Microsoft Teams, pwede rin kayo mag-upload and collaborate sa mga group documents ninyo, no? Similar to, again, ang goal din in Microsoft is for you to be able to, aside from upload yung document niyo securely, share yung documents na yun with other people for collaboration. Okay? So, ano yung pwede nyo gawin dito? So, this is within a class, no? You can upload yung assignments ninyo nga. You can work on group documents, group reports, group projects, no? Or presentations, group homeworks, no? And which you can collaborate on each. Except for group homeworks, huwag kayo mag-collaborate sa group homeworks, especially kung personal yun, individual. But then yun, you can use Microsoft Teams to your advantage, okay? Ayan. As you can see here, and later on, i-discuss natin yung mga features na to, no? So, allow me to simply introduce muna each of the apps. But, ayun nga, you can use Microsoft Word inside the team. So, pwede kayo mag-collaborate nga with projects, group presentations, no? Wag lang yung personal homeworks. So, you can do that through Microsoft Teams. And submit it to the teacher, no? Nag-grade din ng teacher at the same time. Okay? I hope na hindi ganun ka lito, no, when I explain these concepts. But ideally, all of the apps serve a particular purpose. Pero it does not mean that you are limited to that specific purpose lang for using those particular apps. You can get creative. As you can see kanina, di ba? I can use PowerPoint or Sway. I can use To-Do, I can use Planner, or I can use List. Diba? Depends sa kung paano ko siya gagamitin. But ideally, in essence, it's almost similar, no? What else? So again, we have the Microsoft Teams. I think ito yung, this would be important, no? Especially to Sir Mark C's point na this will help, yung mga classrooms natin, yung mga schools natin, and mga teachers natin to become future ready and to become advanced nga in terms of the technology adoption for education, for facilitating learning, di ba? This will drive that. So ito yung papunta doon sa direction na iyon. Okay? All right. So some notable mentions, meaning ito yung apps na makikita nyo rin sa Office 365, which are as equally important din, but not immediately important, no? Especially kung ang persona that I am looking at is, or are students and teachers at least, di ba? So again, we have the Microsoft projects. So ito yung app naman na makukuha nyo sa Office 365 that you can use for project management. So si project management, gumagamit siya ng Gantt charts. So for those who are familiar with Gantt chart, you use Microsoft Project for that. So usually ang pinaka best use case na mabibigay ko for Microsoft project is software development, no? Business plan, construction plan, or yung mga plano na broken down into phases na depende sa isa't isa, no? Na hindi ko kayang gawin to nang wala to, hindi ko kayang gawin to nang wala ito. Usually project yung ginagamit ng mga schools or mga organizations for that. Okay? So you use MS Project for that. Microsoft Power Apps, you use Power Apps naman to build your own app. Yeah, literally build your own app without having to write a single line of code. No? Anong purpose nito? Let's say, although we do have yung mga existing apps natin, no, for Office 365, baka lang may mga, especially sa mga admins natin, no, baka lang may mga specific apps na that would serve a specific function na hindi pa nag-exist, no, or na tingin ko talaga makakatulong sa school ko. So, pwede ko yung gawin using the Microsoft Power Apps without using or having to write lines and lines of codes, no? So, madali lang siya gawin. Although we won't go deep into these topics, no, but if you want to cover yung mga topics na to in the future, comment down kung saan man kayo nanonood, kung anong topics ang gusto nyong i-cover natin in the future. Okay? Yeah, actually, let's do that, no? Kapag kunwari may mga ano bang pwede natin gawin? If you're interested in learning or having a dedicated webinar siguro in the future of, let's say, Microsoft Word, tips and tricks and features, or maybe Power Apps, or maybe MS Project, or MS Teams, no? Comment nyo siguro. Yeah, comment nyo na lang sa wherever you are. If you're watching on Facebook, comment nyo, Christian, Microsoft Teams, Christian, Microsoft Power Apps, para malaman namin kung mag-hold ba kami ng session for that. But we will, but just in case may na-miss pa kami, just let us know. Okay? Okay, so Microsoft Power Automate naman, as the name suggests, you use that for automating repetitive tasks, no? Speaking about this might get too technical kasi. So, ang pinaka kaya kong gawin para mapaliwanag sa ating lahat, sa ating manonood, no, is to give use cases like, pag nag-post ako ng photo sa Instagram, no, this is the best way I can explain it. When I post a photo in Instagram, I can use Microsoft Power Automate to either automatically share yung post sa Twitter, kasi diba, alam naman natin yung Twitter. Automatically save Instagram comments to Excel, diba? Baka lang may mga post tayo na gusto natin makita yung mga ano ba yung sinasabi ng mga tao, diba? Automatically send Instagram comments to email. Siguro after one day, pagtapos na yung araw, lahat ng comments sa post ninyo sa Instagram mapupunta sa email ninyo for whatever reason na gusto nyong gawin, mapupunta siya doon. Number 4, to automatically save the photo to OneDrive. So, kung nag-upload kayo ng photo sa OneDrive, automatically ba siyang mapupunta doon sa... pag post kayo ng photo sa Instagram, automatically ba siya mapupunta doon sa OneDrive ninyo? You could automate that. And so on and so forth. Similarly, so another example is, say, when I upload a video on YouTube, because, yeah, we do have... Alam ko na si DepEd, meron din siyang YouTube channel, di ba? Some of the things na pwedeng i-automate. And again, this is the best way that I can explain Power Automate for everyone. Automatically share link to Twitter, di ba? Nang wala kayong ginagawa. Automatically send an email for new videos about DepEd, ganun. And then third is to automatically post a message to Microsoft Teams. Kung may bagong video kayo na-upload, automatically mag-a-announce dun sa Teams, kasi di ba, Teams is a group of people, di ba, about the new videos na na-upload ninyo. So, those are some of the things or results na pwedeng i-achieve ni Power Automate, and that can help you, no? as students and our teachers. Okay. Hold on. Let me see. Ayan. And then I think this is the last of some of the features that I wanted to highlight. So we have the Microsoft Yammer. So Yammer is kumbaga, a social media for ni Microsoft, no? So you use Yammer for, let's say, if you want to post maybe random thoughts lang na you could share, you'd like to share to the school in general, or maybe within the community or organization, you use Yammer. Okay? And this Yammer you can also integrate doon sa Microsoft Teams, no? So just to circle back to that idea. Again, these are just some of the kumbaga, some of the many apps that you will receive when you access the Office 365. And we are splitting the session into two. So the first one, as I'm doing now, is I'm trying to introduce the concepts behind each of the apps muna. And then on the second part of the session, we will go through each of the apps, no, to see what they look like inside Office 365, no. But again, inulit ko lang, especially for those who are joining in on the live session today. This session is meant to kickstart the first of many technical training sessions for Office 365. And this session in particular is to introduce the concepts behind 365 and the apps and how it can help you as students and teachers. So that's what we're going to do for the next 2-3 hours, no? And thanks for joining us. Okay. All right. So again, we are on to our second part, no? Again, second part is pupunta tayo sa mismong portal ng Office 365 and let's go over each of the apps. But I guess we can take a break here, or maybe we can address some of the questions depending on the time then. So I'm gonna turn this over to Sir Maj muna, so maybe we can address some of the questions then before we go on break, right?
All right, thank you, Sir Christian, sa talagang very ating basic overview. Sabi nga, kickstart lang to sa ating mga teachers and learners, kasi marami tayong nababasa ng mga inquiries na talagang they would want more, and talagang there's parang, sir, alam ko na yung Word, PowerPoint, parang may gusto pang malaman. So sabi nga ni sir, it's just a kickstart and this is just the beginning pa ng ating journey ng Office 365. So bago tayo answer mga questions, ipasok din natin si Miss Grace ko. Hi Miss Grace, so kasama natin to na nagre-review, and rest assured po sa ating mga webinar participants na all your questions will be accommodated po. So talagang gagawin namin ng paraan na lahat ng mga question niyo ay masagot. So lalo na kaya may mga questions tayo about their accounts and yung mga questions about mga hardware issues and so on. So Miss Grace, sige nga, paano na one question or two na pwede nating masagot?
I think
or yung nakita natin kanina?
Yung pinaka-dominant na nakikita ko kanina on the comments was many are actually asking to expand on the features of what Christian just mentioned. So yun nga, as mentioned ni Christian, no, parang marami nagre-request, like gusto nila ng more trainings on Word, Excel, PowerPoint. Marami naghihingi ng trainings on Teams, on Whiteboard. Yun yung kanina. Ang dami nagsasabi gusto nila matutunan yung Whiteboard.
Yes.
And so yun, Christian, maybe we can parang share lang ano yung mga i-expect nila sa next 2 hours. Tsaka may session ka pa next week to expand, di ba?
Yeah, of course. Again, especially for those who are joining in ngayon lang po, no? This session is meant to introduce the concepts ng Microsoft 365 and the apps. And is divided into two. So the first session is papakilala lang natin each of the apps, no, and ano yung purpose nila for the students and the teachers, because we need to understand kung makakatulong nga ba ito sa inyo. So let's understand the value first. And then on the second part of the session is papasok tayo dun sa kumbaga sa office na sa portal na. So we will cover each of the apps na nandun. So kasama doon si Word, Excel, and PowerPoint. And all of the apps actually. So isa-isay natin yun. Open natin yung Word, tingnan natin yung mga features, what you can do, ano yung mga functions, maybe not all, no? Pero things that are important that may interest you then. But we are limiting, in the interest of time, of course, we are limiting it to specific length, no? Because if you want like 110% technical training, or ganun to like a really deep dive of each of the apps, we do have succeeding sessions na focus on that. Right, Grace? We do have, let's say, for example, next week, to confirm nga lang, we do have session on the Microsoft Teams because it may interest you that Microsoft Teams can house all of the or most of the apps there, yung Word, Excel, PowerPoint, di ba? So, paano yung makatulong sa inyo as teachers? Ano yung mga features na yon, di ba? So, yun yung mga i-cover natin next week. And then, succeeding sessions, of course, would focus more on apps na rin. App-specific naman siya. If, let's say, a technical deep dive on Word, Excel, PowerPoint, we will do that. But, yeah, we will cover the features then on the next hour at least, no? Para lang may idea kayo as to ano yung mga functions niya. Right?
Yes, thank you Sir Christian. So talagang maraming excited Miss Grace sa mga succeeding at saka mga future trainees natin with Microsoft Philippines. So talagang ang mga teachers talaga uhaw na uhaw sa mga trainings at sa mga bagong kaalaman. At yung mga nakikita natin ng mga comments like, ay meron palang ganyan, ano yung power apps, so di ba?
Oo.
Yes.
Yes. And siguro Sir Maj, Christian, ang isa rin sa mga dominant questions na nakikita ko dito is yun nga, how to access their Office 365 accounts. And number one. And number two, where do I get my Office 365 accounts? Kasi I think meron pa tayong pailan-ilan na hindi pa natatanggap yung kanilang accounts or hindi pa nakakarating sa kanila. So I think Christian will also cover that in the next portion of his presentation. So, yan.
Yes. So, I guess we can, if we can, maybe we can address a few more questions, but if not, then we can proceed with the second.
May nabasa ako, Sir Christian, siguro ipasok natin to. Sabi ni Sir Jong Madelo, di po ba kasama ang Microsoft Visio sa Office 365 accounts namin?
Current license, I believe, hindi. Hindi kasama si Visio. But I believe you can, because some of the apps kasi that you can access separately without the license then. So I believe you can get Visual separately then, in the same way as you can get Microsoft Whiteboard separately, no? So but then as far as the license is concerned, I believe na hindi pa siya included on the accounts, at least for the students and teachers, no?
Yes, alright. Sige, Sir Christian, hindi na namin patatagalin. So, naka-standby lang kami para sa mga comments sa ating mga webinar participants.
Sure.
I-type mo lang yan at iipunin namin yan, babasahin namin yan, at we will answer that mamaya-maya. Alright? Sige,
Alright,
Sir Christian.
So, I guess what we can do, we can go on a short break lang, no? Just to play the video on how to get your account before we start with the actual exploration ng portal. So, okay, I'm going to share it again. Share screen. All right. Siguro let me play this video para lang may idea kayo on how to access your accounts, no? Something to kickstart yung All right. So, I'm sorry. Ayan. So and I'm gonna go to the actual portal naman, no? Maybe just to check lang, before you can access the apps, you have to go to the actual site itself. So you can type office.com. So doon yung makikita yung, it will take you to the login page, of course, which you have to type in yung credentials ninyo, Microsoft, yung accounts ninyo that are provided by DepEd, no? Just some note lang, no? Yung password reset kasi is available for your accounts, no? If in case na if you have your accounts nga, no, and hindi enabled yung self-service password reset, as we call it, you have to contact your division ITs for the password reset, no? Especially, you can do this by coordinating with, let's say, your local school coordinators for the teachers, for the students. Then, for the teachers, you can address it to the division IT officers. Then, okay. But let's say you have, kung meron kayong password reset, you just follow the steps here. Log in kayo dito. Then click on forget or forgot my password. So meron kayo ditong user input lang, no? User ID, CAPTCHA, just to identify na hindi kayo robot and everything, no? Then click next. Okay, so once na nag-input na yon, we have an authentication method, either mobile or email. Ibig sabihin lang nito na dito kasi isi-send yung kumbaga verification or authentication code to justify na kayo nga yung nag-reset ng password niyo. So pwede niyo lagay yung number niyo diyan. So once na, let's say, number niyo nilagay dito, magkakaroon ng SMS or message na nandoon yung authentication code. Similarly, kung let's say email naman yung ginagamit ninyo, no? You can use magsisend yung siya ng authentication code doon sa email ninyo. Okay? So once na nakuha yung authentication code, you just have to type in yung new password niyo, confirm niyo yung password niyo, and then re-log in. So babalik lang kayo again sa office.com and log in using yung bagong password niyo. Okay? So I hope na medyo malinaw iyon. But then again, circling back, if walang password reset, contact yung division IT niyo. Similarly, kung wala pa yung accounts niyo, maybe you can contact then yung division ITs ninyo respectively. Okay? So once now that that's clear, maybe we can start and explore the actual portal na, no? Okay, so I'm gonna stop sharing this deck muna. Okay, so I think you just see my face. Sorry, yung mukha ko lang nakikita nyo right now. Okay, share screen tayo. Ayan. Ayan. I hope you can see the screen, no? So once na nag-log in tayo doon sa account natin, sa Office 365 account natin, this is where it will lead us, no? So ito yung main page. So try to get the look and feel lang. Over to the left side is ito yung mga nakikita nyo na yung diniscuss natin na apps, di ba? Yung Word, Excel, PowerPoint, Outlook, OneDrive, OneNote. We have the SharePoint, Teams, and Sway, di ba? Ito yon. You can access these apps individually by selecting here, or you can click on all apps here para makita nyo lahat ng apps. Okay. I hope you can see the screen, no? Ayan. So, as discussed kanina, the apps na pinakita ko are just a few of the many apps na makukuha nyo for Office 365. So, ideally, when you log into your account, these are all the apps that you get. No, so you have the usual, the Excel. You have the Word here. Actually, let's preload that. Na lang. Oops, sorry. Let's open this in new tab. Okay, and then see PowerPoint. Okay, so I guess let's start with just these three muna. Again, for those who are tuning in, this session is for an introduction to all the Office 365 concepts and all of the apps and how it can help you as a student and teacher. No? Thanks for joining the session. And if you have a special request kung ano yung gusto nyong makuha or gusto nyong training sessions in the future, maybe feel free to comment kung saan man kayo nanonood. No? Comment down below, MS Word, tips and tricks, Excel, or whatnot, PowerPoint. Feel free to add. And share the live stream to those who may need help, of course, in learning these apps and how it can help them. Okay, share lang ng share. Okay, so we have when you select an app here, no, let's say Word, Excel, PowerPoint, it will direct you to the home page ng app na ito. Let's say ito, Word lang yung sinelect natin, it will put me in this home page. Ngayon, I can start a blank document, diba? Similar as to how I would use Word, Microsoft Word doon sa PC ko, no? Or I can browse for templates. So when I browse for templates, Microsoft has already predefined the structures or templates that we can use to save us time and effort to create our own, no? But let's say just for the purpose of this demo, blank document lang. Alright, hintayin natin mag-load. Again, if you want a full-on demo here, comment down below. MS Word tutorial, please. Sir Christian. Okay, so when you enter the actual Word document, no, if you notice, ito rin yung features na makikita ninyo when you open a standard Microsoft Word document sa PC, no? It's similar. Ito rin yung makikita nyo na features and layout, no? You have the tabs here, right? And each of the tabs meron siya yung mga controls and tools that you can use, diba? Say home, ito more on text editing. This is more on the yung indents and alignments, of course, headings, diba? You're familiar with these features, no? So maybe and similarly, you can share yung document na to with other people. So ito yung kinaganda nito. Again, in the same way as you can use Microsoft 365 to store itong document na to, no? You can also share this with other people. By sharing this, just type in yung emails nila and it will directly share this to them, no? So enter an email here and send. So pag let's say ako yung classmate mo or maybe yung teacher mo, when I open the link that you sent me, it will direct me here and then collaborate tayong dalawa. Okay? So let's say good morning Philippines. So you can do that. Type here, maybe we can, I'm not sure if you know this feature, no, but we can also dictate then. Let's see if it in the browser I can do that. Good morning, Philippines. Hold on, it's loading. All right, let's try that again. Maybe the audio is not as good. Okay. Good morning, Philippines. All right, ayan. So you can type and at the same time you can dictate. So as you can see, as I am speaking here, the document is writing what I am saying on the document itself. All right. Okay. So you can use this to your advantage if, let's say, you are tired of typing, so you may want to resort to using your voice to complete your document. See, as you can see here on the document, I'm not typing anything. I am just using my voice to type in on the document. Cool, right? Okay, so let's stop that. Okay. Oh, hold on. All right, so once you're done, again, you can share it to other people, no? And then other tools that you may need here. Basically, it has the same functions as it would in a regular Word document, okay? All right, so if you need a full-on demonstration on this, I'm still typing, I'm sorry. If you need a full-on demonstration and technical tips and tricks on this, comment down below. Christian, do Microsoft Word. Okay, okay, so let's jump to the next one. We're gonna do this in the interest of time then. So we can cover, as you can see, ang daming apps here. Oh, sorry, ang daming apps here. So we'll try to cover as many as we can, within the time. Now we have the Excel. So again, when I go to Excel, to go to my homepage here, just some of the more templates. Now, what is the reason why I'm showing you these templates? Because it is important to note that you don't need to exert much effort, in creating your own documents. So the reason why these exist again is para mapadali nga yung pagtrabaho natin, yung pag-aaral natin. So in the same way as Word has these specific templates, Excel has their own, no? And yung mga templates na to simply equates to some of the use cases na pwede nga gamitin ninyo, 'di ba? Let's say for example, kailangan ko ng invoice, no? Dito sa mga orders ko or sa mga deliveries and all, no? Meron mga templates si Excel like simple service invoice, meron ding timesheet, 'di ba? So again, it depends on kung paano nyo gustong gamitin si Microsoft Excel to your advantage, okay? So let's try. Can we try? Maybe just open this para lang makita ninyo how it looks like. Ayan, so again, it is the same as it would in a regular, or sorry, not regular, in a Excel app that you can access via the PC. Okay, you have the option, by the way, to open this on the desktop app. So, yeah, hindi ko na i-demo yung share because na-demo na natin sa Word. You can provide comments here, especially kung i-share nyo yung document. It is important to maybe leave some comments then para meron silang, let's say, idea na itong section ito hindi pwede galawin, no? And it rings true for all of the documents there, no? Just to give a heads up then. Provide some ideas, insights on specific sections ng document that you're working on. Important yung comments na yan. You can open in desktop app. So, ano mangyari if you open in desktop app? Okay. So, when you open in desktop app, it will open yung installed na Excel ninyo. Hindi ata siya makikita sa screen because ito yung naka-demo. But then, yes, just click enter and then mag-open na si Excel. Alright? Okay, some other features here. Again, same feature as you would see in a Excel file. What else can we do with Excel, and ano ba yung mga tips and tricks yun? Just let me know if you need a full discussion on that one as well. Next, we have the PowerPoint. Again, ano yung mga use cases ni PowerPoint? Actually, this is more on design, sorry. It's more on presentation pala. But then, yung themes na to, you can select for a number of themes, no? Para hindi na kayo kumbaga maubusan ng oras din trying to design, especially kung alam niyo naman na yung content ninyo, tas yun ang naman yung important, right? Blank presentation. See, look and feel is the same. Over here, if meron kayong if you'd like to hold on. Ayan. If you'd like to maybe dictate na lang yung some of the contents na gusto nyong isulat, you can also use it here. The same way as you did with the Word. Ngayon, ang maganda dito sa Excel then is it helps you suggest a design. So automatic na siya. So I can select, let's say on a design here, ang mangyayari, naka-preload na yung design ko dito, and all you have to do is just edit. So add tayo ng bagong slide. Reload lang siya. Ayan. And then of course, on the right-hand side, makikita nyo yung mga design suggestions, as I would call it, that you can use for you to be able to create or design all of the slides for your presentation. Okay, some of the things also that I would like to show you. Again, the usual, you can put in transitions, animations, obviously, because PowerPoint. You can draw on the slide here. Okay, you can edit the design. And then, of course, a traditional insert. You can insert images either offline or online. Or maybe you can search for pictures. You can do that here. And of course, when you're done and you want to share it with other people, you can click here on the share button. And then the same way as you did with Word and Excel, just type in the name of the recipient and it will display to you. It will send the link to them, which when they access, they can have edit privileges doon sa document na yun. So you can collaborate. Okay. All right. So MS PowerPoint tutorials, comment down below kung gusto nyo. Okay, so let's go back to the central page and just go to each of the apps. Again, as you can see, medyo marami siya actually ito. So we'll try to cover as many as we can to maybe give you an idea on how it can work and help you. No? Let's see, so we're done with the 3, right? Again, you can access yung Outlook ninyo. These are the emails. Right. Yeah. For those joining today, this is a session to cover the apps, Office 365 apps and its functions. All right. So standard email. You have your inbox here. You have sent items, drafts. You can segregate them into folders, so into groups pala, sorry. So, yan, you can group them, no, para mas, for better management and viewing. What else? Folders, no, we're done with that. Groups. Okay, so this one, let's say group 3 final report. Take note of this, no, kasi we have, later on, I will show you as we go to each of the apps, we will show you how this connects with the Microsoft Outlook. No? So take note of this lang. We have a Group 3 final report here. I think this is connected via the Microsoft Planner, which we will cover later. So when you want to send a new email to the group, just type in yung recipients niya and then yung context here. You can upload images, attachments, format your text, and then send. Okay? All right. So we have the inbox here. Walang naman si inbox. And this you can also download into your PC, no, para meron kayong PC version ng mail na ito. Okay? All right. So you have the Outlook. All right. Okay. So ito. Let's go to OneNote. Okay. So as you can see here, again, yung notebook kasi is, as the name suggests, is a digital notebook for you that you can use as students and or as teachers. No, this is automatically stored dito and sa OneDrive ninyo. You can create new notebooks or you can have edit existing ones. So let's try and open this one. Okay, I hope na nakita ninyo. Right, hintayin lang natin mag-load yung page. Hold on. Okay, got it. Ayan, I hope it's loading, no? So ito yung bubungad sa atin, no? When we open Microsoft OneNote, no, makikita natin that these are divided in two sections. So ito muna yung tignan natin. If you have more than one notebooks, which is usually the case, no? If you have more than one like these, which I know you do, you can add them here. Hindi lang naglo-load yung notebooks. Hold on. More notebooks. Okay, hindi siya naglo-load. But you can add more notebooks here. If you add more notebook name, say DepEd, DepEd PH, Science. Let's say just Science notebook. Notebook. So it's up to you, no? Pwede siyang may sarili siyang notebook for just one subject, or you can put all of the subjects into one notebook tapos naka-separate lang siya into sections, kumbaga, no? It depends kasi minsan yung notebook natin can have a lot of notes na, you know, maybe you'd like to keep private lang, no, na sa inyo lang. And at the same time, na para mas organized, mas nakikita nyo na ito, purely for science notebook lang. It's up to you. But yeah, nag-load na. So again, I have two notebooks now kasi gumawa ako ng science notebook. Let's try and open the science notebook here. Ayan. So when you open the science notebook, right, here you can add a new section. So let's say kami, back in high school kasi, yung school year namin is divided into quarters. So meron kaming first, second, third, fourth quarter. Each of them kailangan namin i-divide into kailangan namin i-divide accordingly, no? So pwede nating gawin, or this is just my preference, and again, this is up to your design, no? Kasi again, yung notebook naman can be up for anyone to design eh. Quarter 1. So sa quarter 1 na to, baka yung page na to, let's say, ang subject namin for this sa quarter 1, solar system. Diba? And then maybe we can add, yeah, we can add another page, let's say solar system, then we have the, kumari meron kayong page dedicated for just the Earth. Diba? So let's say solar system, ito, diba? Yung OneNote kasi is, since it's a blank canvas wherein you can put in all of your ideas, no? You can type in either text here. So let's say the planets of the solar system, di ba? And then pwede kayong mag-insert, let's say, ng images, maybe online. Let's try and do that. Yung first, so when we insert online photos, it will directly link us to the web here, no? Hindi nyo na kailangan pumunta sa bagong tab or bagong browser and just search for the image you want to download, no? Let's say Mercury planet para mas specific. Ayan. So pag may napili na kayo na image, no? Let's say I want this kasi gold siya. You can insert it here. You can drag anywhere you want. See kung mag-insert siya. Ayan, di ba? Planets of the solar system. Tapos, let's just try and move it here. Ayan. Paliitan natin. Whoopsie. Ayan. So let's say, ayan, Mercury. Let's see if I can Mercury was first planet of the solar system. Oopsie. Hindi na format ito. Naglalag lang yung ano kaya. Okay. Let's try. Sorry, I'm just fixing the format, no? But then, yeah, sorry, dinelete ko na. You can move the image around. You can add more. What else can you insert? You can actually draw. Let's try and draw a pen. Sorry. Ayan. So you can insert images here, but you can also type in Mercury. Yeah. Pardon the demo, medyo magulo, no? But then you get the idea na you can do whatever you want. You can type in here. What else can you insert? You can insert a lot of things. So you can also insert a file attachment here. If meron kayong specific, let's say na Word document for the plans of the solar system, pwede nyo attach dito. And again, these are meant to help you take down ideas that are maybe personal to you, or maybe things that you would use for yourself, yung mga reviewers ninyo, mga pointers, di ba? You can actually use this to, you can use this to share. You can share your notes with other people para meron din silang access, no? But it's up to you. So if let's say you're happy with this, list ko na lahat ng solar systems and whatnot. I have other pages here. I can add more more sections pala. Let's say new section, say quarter 2. I'm just trying to state yung outline lang. So quarter 2, then you have a different set of pages, which you can use. Ako bilang estudyante, I can use to write yung mga subjects na kino-cover namin for the quarter. Let's say sa second quarter, it's more on ano ba yung pinag-aralan namin before? Kalimutan ko na. Periodic table of elements, di ba? Tapos maybe other pages, other subjects. Pwedeng ito, hindi ba siya i-edit via? Hold on, naglo-load lang. Oops, sorry. Delete natin muna ito. Okay. So yeah, you can delete notes pala. By the way, I forgot to mention. You can delete notes. You can add them, edit them the way you want. Add more to it as you feel free. If you want to share it with other people, you just click here, and then same process lang, no? Just type in the name or the email, and then click send. So once they have access to this, they can see yung notes ninyo, no? Usually, ang use case nito is if you want to share your notes with the teachers then, or baka yung mga assignments nila are done via OneNote, di ba? You can share this to the teachers. Or vice versa, if I'm a teacher, meron akong notebook, I can share the notes dun sa estudyante ko para they can read through with the notes then. Okay? At the same time, we can use notes then for collaboration purposes then. Like planning, di ba? Planning ng let's say curriculum, or maybe planning that may require you illustrating something or anything, pwede nyo ilagay sa OneNote. Okay? So enough about that. If you want a full-on demo, comment below. Microsoft OneNote. Christian Katan, please do Microsoft OneNote para makita namin. Okay. All right. Again, similarly, this is just one notebook. No, pero you can add notebooks here. You will see kung ano yung mga notebooks mo. What's shared with me. Pardon me, no, medyo mabagal lang. So ito yung ginawa natin na notebook kanina, and ito yung default na notebook na ginawa ko before this talk. shared with me. These are maybe notebooks na, again, if I share the notes with other people, dito ko siya makita. And then other features, if you have a class notebooks na to share with everyone, no? Ito yung mga shared notebooks natin. Okay, going back. So we're okay with that. Let's go with Sway. Okay, I'm just gonna open Sway here. Okay, so when you open Sway, you can see yung homepage nito. I'm just gonna go over here dito sa templates. Okay, ito. Really important na pinapakita ko sa inyo yung templates because sometimes these are reflective of some of the use case or best use cases nga na pwede nyong gamitin si Sway, no? So sa mga manonood natin, you can use Sway for, let's say, your personal blog, di ba? DIY projects ninyo na gusto nyong ikwento kung, let's say, paano ko nagawa yung table na to, di ba? Newsletters, I think ito yung example natin sa presentation. And again, you can use this as a presentation similar to how you would use PowerPoint. Okay, so let's try and open a template. Actually, no, let's try and create a new blank Sway. Again, for those of you who are joining, this is not a full-on technical demo of each of the apps, but this is meant to cover the basics then at least, and give you an introduction on how it can help you by going over some of the features in overview. No, so feel free to comment if you want and are interested in learning more about each of the apps here. No, comment nyo lang. At the same time, share the video then for those who might need help and to see the guidelines on each of the apps here. Okay, Sway, yeah, nagload na. Sway, the most important thing that you'd notice, or I'd like you to notice sa Sway, ay dalawa lang. It helps you with the design. So all you have to do is focus on the content, meaning your story. So kaya when you see here, it's divided into two, storyline and the design. Storyline is where you put your content, no, in text, diba? Similarly as to how you would do sa PowerPoint. More often than not, magandang practice yung nilalagay nyo sa PowerPoint muna yung content na gusto nyong i-discuss before you go over the design, diba? So sa Sway, it will significantly help you on that end. All you have to do is input yung data. Sorry, not data. Input your content here. Dito, let's say, what's a good? Actually, let's do it this way. No, maybe let's try patterning it to a standard PowerPoint presentation. Say, I'm thinking Philippine presidents. Okay. So yeah, Philippine presidents. So again, Sway is used for a storytelling, diba? So if you wanna talk about Philippine presidents, pwede nyong idaan sa kwento, diba? Let's say for example, lilistan natin, or sorry, isa-isay natin yung mga stories na mga presidente natin dito sa Pilipinas, ano yung mga contribution nila, mga sinaunang buhay nila and everything, diba? You can add a section here, kung either heading or text. By default, ito ay heading na, right? So when I click on a new section, if I click on text, it will add a text box here. Okay. As you notice, walang design, di ba? Kasi we are still on the storyline. So let's say, ito ay isang pag-aaral ng mga, sorry sa Tagalog ko. Ito ay isang pag-aaral ng mga presidente ng ating bansa. So let's start with that. Tapos, once you're happy, you can add more, no? But then, lagay muna tayo ng background dito. So maybe dito, maybe Philippine presidents to represent, pwede nating Malacanang. When you click drag an image here, pwede kayo mag-upload or pwede kayo mag-search. Alright? So let's try searching. Ayan. When I search here, it will direct me to, parang i-direct niya ako dun sa browser mismo. I can search directly for the image there. So, this looks good. Alright. Again, these are just examples, and the images we're using here are tagged under Creative Commons. So let's try and do that. So once I'm happy, I have the background image here. Close that. And here, nalagay ko na yung text. Let's try and add the first president. Yung first president natin, which is si Emilio Aguinaldo. I want it as a heading, no? Kasi hindi lang siya basta text. So pwedeng, when I add a heading, similar to this yung itsura niya. Okay, so let's say Emilio Aguinaldo. Tapos, background, maybe can add an image here, Emilio Aguinaldo. Again, be mindful of the images that we're getting. This is for demo purposes only. We don't own any images here. Okay, so maybe let's try this one. Let's just add him here. Okay. May take some time to load, pardon my internet na lang. Okay, if you want to edit the photo, hold on. Oops, sorry. So we have the heading here, no? So Emilio Aguinaldo. You can add the text here as Emilio Aguinaldo. First president. Okay, so once you're happy with that, you can edit the focus points by clicking on this one. Ibig sabihin ng focus points, as you can see here, yan, kita nyo ba dito? Because yung sway kasi is important, ang use cases niyan is for blogs pala, sorry. You may want to consider kung ano yung magiging itsura niya on a mobile or on a PC. So, ito yung sample preview niya. If you want to edit yung focus point niya, click mo lang yung sa image dyan and i-detect niya kung saan siya magpo-focus. So, once you're happy, close mo lang. Okay, so let's stop with this muna, no? We're okay with the storyline. Now, ano yung magiging design niya? Okay. So, again, this is bare bones lang, but then ang magiging itsura niya ay similar to this. Philippine presidents. Ito yung intro. Ito ay isang pag-aaral ng mga presidente ng ating bansa. You can add more images as you see fit. You can add more text, no? So, ang maganda dito is by default, if let's say, kunwari, presentation lang naman ang purpose ko dito. This should suffice, no? I-click mo lang yung button here on the lower right. Then, magpo-progress siya dito. So, yan. And then, as we add more presidents, magsuscroll lang yan either right or left, no? Okay. So, pwede mo rin i-edit yung style niya. So, pwedeng horizontal, which is yung pa-right yung galaw niya, pwede ring vertical. Okay. Yan. So, anong purpose ng vertical? Well, usually, pag gusto nyo i-integrate, let's say, sa blogs ninyo or sa organization sites, pwede nyo i-include to as or as part of the page, diba? So, dito nyo na siya gagawin. Or, pwede nyo siyang gawin as standard slide. So, kapag standard slide siya, pwede siyang yung standard na PowerPoint. See? See here. So, ito yung mga headers and then yung mga content. Now, I guess I will stop on this na lang in terms of sway. Hindi naman siya ganun ka-complicated na gawin, no? But if you want a medyo deep dive or maybe a separate session for sway, again, comment down below. Christian Katahan, please do sway. Okay? Sir Christian, question, pwede po bang ano na lang, MS Way na lang, ba't kailangan i-mention yung pangalan? Hindi pwede. I'm just kidding. Go, yeah, just let us know kung ano yung mga topics na pwede nyo or gusto nyong italakayin natin, okay? Separately. Right, let's go back. So we're trying to fit in everything as we can within the given time. All right, so let's move on to the to-do. All right. So yung to-do, again, this is a personal task tracker app na you can use for your day-to-day tasks lang. This may not be specific to yung work nyo lang or sa trabaho nyo lang. At the same time, hindi lang naman to limited sa personal, no? So it can be a mix of both. No? So let's try and load this. All right. I hope nakakasabay pa yung lahat, no? But then for those na hindi masabayan or maybe masyadong mabilis, this session is since pre-recorded din ito, of course, on top of being a live session. But if you want to, you can talk to us, Kina Grace and Sir Madge, Sir Mark, if you have questions regarding these apps. Okay? We will be glad to talk to you. So, yeah, nag-load na siya dito. When I open the task app, it will direct me to the list of tasks na gagawin ko, no? As you can see here, I can define study Filipino. I can define the tasks na gagawin ko. And again, hindi lang siya limited sa schoolwork. Pwedeng, say, buy milk. Tapos pwedeng buy milk. At here, pwedeng buy milk. And then say, wash car. Diba? So, ito yung mga tasks ko in general. Ngayon, of course, itong tasks na to, hindi lang naman siya isang araw na si-set. Maybe tomorrow, may bago akong task. Maybe the next day, meron akong task na naman. Let's say, kinabukasan, no? Ito kinabukasan na to. Meron akong task like clean the house. You know? Diba? So, as you notice na ito, magpapatong-patong siya in one list. No? So, in order for you to maybe segregate it and maybe see na paano yung mga bagay na gusto ko lang gawin today. Diba? Ang gagawin ko lang naman ngayon ay bibili ako ng milk and then after nun, punta ako sa car wash. Diba? You can mark, you can select yung mga, mali. You can select the task here, let's say wash the car, and add to my day. So kapag nilagay ko sa my day ito, yung takbo ng araw ngayon, let's say today is February 6, 2021, as of today, ito yung task na pwede kong gawin. So at the same time, pwede kong i-add si buy milk add to my day. Okay. So when I do that, it will filter. So on the left-hand side, makita ko yung my day. Ito yung mga kailangan kong gawin ngayong araw. As of Saturday, February 6, diba? So, let's say, tapos na ako dyan, wash the car. Let's say, itong milk na to, bumibili ako every weekend. So, pwede mo siyang i-repeat weekly. Okay? So, let's say, tapos na ako, nakabili na ako ng gatos today. Pwede kong i-check lang ito, buy milk, and mag-notify siya. Magsa-sound off siya pagtapos na. Okay? Ayan. Diba? And then, of course, you can add directly dito, add an task to my day if nagmamadali kayo. Let's say, may nasingit, kailangan ko ipaayos yung phone. Nalaglag ko kasi nagmamadali ako habang
Christian.
Yes.
Hello, sir. Magbatiin lang ako. Kasi talagang very excited ang ating mga participants,
yes,
lalo at ang ating mga teachers sa ating session at talagang sobrang napapawaw at na-excite sila na meron palang mga ganyang applications ng Office 365. Bakit ngayon lang namin yan nalaman? At may nabasa tayo, Sir Christian, na baka daw sabi ni Ma'am, baka pwedeng mag-sway daw kayong dalawa. Alright, so joke yung mga teachers natin. So, nakakatuwa. So talagang nag-enjoy sila. Nabasa natin yung message nila na pwede magkaroon ng separate session ng Sway. Definitely, magkakaroon tayo niyan at talagang yung Microsoft Teams din na talagang natuwa sila sa features na talagang kabang-abang pa, Sir Christian, no? So abangan po natin yung mga our fellow educators and teachers. And shout out din sa ating mga mayas na kasama rin natin na nagre-respond at nagre-reply sa mga comments and queries ng ating mga online participants. So si
Yeah.
Sir Ronel Boholano, Sir Christian, active na active sa ating conversation sa ating comment box. Hello,
Yes,
Sir
actually,
Ronel.
kilala ko po yan si Sir Ronel. Kumusta po
Ah,
kayo?
di ba?
Magandang umaga din po.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
thank you for watching po, no? Yeah. But then again, ulitin ko lang, of course, in the interest of time, no, gusto naman natin na, although gusto ko na talakayin natin lahat ng ito, no, syempre, hindi rin naman natin mapagkakasya iyon. So, I'm doing my best para pagkasyahin yung mga apps na ito. But siguro, ayun nga, to compensate, of course, let us know kung gusto nyo ng separate sessions na to. I-comment nyo lang, Sir Christian. Yeah. Okay, Sir Christian, please do Microsoft To Do, Microsoft Sway, and then titingnan namin kung ano yung what we can schedule, no, para mabigay namin yung training for everyone, no.
Yes,
Okay.
ayan nga sabi ni Sir Christian ni Sir James. Thanks po for this session. It's really beneficial for us teachers and I'd like to hear more about Microsoft Excel, especially incorporating various formulas to accomplish calculations more easily. Ayan. So, di ba? May
Yes.
mga request na tayo, Sir Christian. Sige, let's continue, sir.
All right. So I think we have an hour left, ano? So I'll do my best to try and fit this within the given time, ano? So let me go back here. So again, ito yung mga completed tasks ninyo. Once na you're happy with the task here and natapos nyo na lahat ito, you can sorry. You can go back to the overall, parang lahat ng tasks na nalagay nyo. This is to maybe group or parang display them ng lahatan na. Right? So you can either filter it sa My Day or tasks here. Okay? And this you can view sa phone ninyo. Right? Which is yun naman yung use case niya talaga. Okay? Now, given na nakatalakay natin yung to-do, let's go to planner. Sir Christian, ano naman yung Microsoft Planner? Is it kasi na-mention yung kanina na yung Microsoft To Do is a task then for personal. So ano naman yung Microsoft Planner? Microsoft Planner is a task-oriented collaboration tool din, no? More importantly, you can use this for group tasks naman compared to sa to-do, 'di ba? Personal lang 'yon, 'di ba? May My Day kasi My Day lang 'yon. This one naman you can do you can launch for group initiatives naman. Let's say, gumawa ako dito for the benefit of everyone. Ito yung ginawa ko. Ngayon, I know that this may not be the really the best example to do this because this can be done for these are usually done for bigger and more complex projects nga, no? Pero just to give, para lang mas maintindihan ng lahat na ang essence nito is for you to be able to group yung tasks and assign them to other people. Kaya siya group task, no? So let's say for example, ito group reporting to, final report natin next 2 weeks or maybe next month, no? So gumawa ako ng, kumbaga, these are parang boards natin, right? This is 1, 2, 3, 4. This could be related to, let's say, yung mga sections ng reporting natin, pati ng paper natin. Say, for example, merong section si Emilio Aguinaldo nga, no? And then on this, yung mga tasks niya, let's say, education, you can assign it to a specific person, tapos update kung nasimulan na siya or hindi, and kung priority siya, right? Tapos may start date and end date and of course notes dito. Ngayon, if you want to specify, kunwari education section ng report, no? Paano ba masasabi na tapos na to? So pwede mong i-specify dito na let's say for education, yung mga gusto kong makita na content or at least makita natin sa report ay saan siya nag-aral, saan siya nagtapos, or maybe kolehiyo, kung nagtapos siya, no? Tapos maybe ano yung mga obra niya, yung mga likha kung meron man, habang nag-aaral siya. All those things. I'm just making this on top of mind lang, no? Pero again, if let's say na-check ko tong dalawang ito, ibig sabihin tapos na yung buong task na ito. Right? And you can add comments here and add attachments here. Okay, so once na okay yun, ayan, di ba, makikita nyo na meron dito. For education, kailangan nandito yung kung saan siya nagtapos, kung kolehiyo man, high school man, or kung hindi man, di ba, you have to identify. So kung tapos na yan, check na to, you can check yung education. So pag na-check na yan, completed na siya. Alright? So eto, you can assign this to, let's say, 5 kayo or 4 kayo sa group report ninyo. Pwede nyo share ito between the members. So, nakikita nyo na yung difference, di ba? So, to do, para sa inyo lang. And hindi naman siya limited to the school and yung personal. Pwedeng mix of both. Ito is more focused on a specific goal talaga. Let's say, ang goal dito is final report nga. So, you can break it down into tasks. No? Okay, so yun. And as you've noticed, when I create the group here, malilink siya dun sa Outlook natin. Kaya kanina I mentioned nung pinakita ko yung Outlook, no? Kindly take note of this group because you can send updates. It can direct an update doon sa Outlook na iyon. Alright? You can create a new plan. You can create a plan name. Let's say, buwan ng wika. Mali, nagpa-plan kayo for buwan ng wika. Private, create a plan. And again, it's up to you, no? Although na we are presenting this to you with specific use cases, it's up to you to balance kung ano yung fits sa learning styles and learning behaviors ninyo, okay? It's up to you. Any way you want. Okay, so ito yung basic structure niya. So I can add a task here. I'm sorry. Add task, maybe buwan ng wika is maybe create banderitas. Yeah, so okay, you can create a task, and again, same process follows. You can assign a specific member to work on it, set the deadline, maybe create a checklist inside, diba? Maybe additional notes, attachments, any way you want to do it. Okay, so that's for planner. Ngayon, let's go to lists naman. Okay, Microsoft lists. Alright. Okay, so dito sa list, again, ang purpose ng list is to really be an app that would list anything, quote-unquote, anything that needs to be tracked, no? So, when I create a list here, ang maganda dito kasi kay Microsoft List is bibigyan niya ako ng templates. Let's say, ano yung mga use cases niya, no? Pwedeng, let's say, sa mga software developers natin, no? Pwede siya maging issue tracker. Sa mga recruiters natin, pwede siyang yung mga steps na dadaanan ng employees. Sa mga nag-organize ng field trips natin, pwede siya maging event itinerary. Although, ito, I don't encourage na us really going out muna because of the pandemic. So, don't take this as a suggestion to create a field trip sana. No? Baka mamaya after the call, marami na mag-set ng field trips dito. Huwag naman. Susunod naman dyan ay yung asset manager, which I think ito yung example na ipapakita ko later. No? Recruitment tracker, yes, the same. Travel request. So, ito yung some of the use cases na pwede nyo ang gamitin si list. As you notice, hindi naman siya task specific, di ba? Kasi tulad nung sa yung sa to-do, Di ba? Yun yung mga kailangan kong gawin ng ako. Yung sa planner, yun yung mga kailangan namin gawin for a particular project. Ito naman yung list is simply a list lang. Wala, ito yung itineraries na titignan ko. Okay? Ito yung mga assets na meron ako or yung may mga devices na meron ako ngayon sa computer lab. Okay? Then pwede nyo ilista yun. Ngayon, you can also import from Excel. Kung meron na kayo mga defined na tables or doon sa Excel, pwede nyo siyang i-upload or you can create a blank list. For the purpose of this, let's try and create from a template. No? So para lang mapakita sa inyo, ito yung magiging itsura niya na pwede ka magkaroon ng device, device input, yung image, yung asset tag, yung status niya, kung kunwari ayos pa siya o hindi, kung sino yung manufacturer, although might not be relevant na. No? But then, ang point is, it can track din yung mga hardware ninyo. Let's say, sa computer lab, di ba? Okay, tingnan ko kung may nagawa ako. May nagawa ako last night, similar to this. Just to give you an example lang, no? Na this is what it looks like. Okay, so pwede kang mag-input dyan, no? Ang maganda dito sa list kasi is hindi mo na siya kailangan ayusin pa. I-input mo na lang siya and si list na bahala mag-plot niyan doon sa mismong listahan. Let's say, new item, add an image, add lang ako ng photo, asset tag, all of the details here na hindi ko na kayo ibobore para ipaliwanag isa-isa. But you can use this as the information na i-display on this row. Exit ko lang. Ito yon. So after you input yon, it will direct you to this. It will add to this row. Sorry. Yeah, dito. Okay. You can also edit in grid view. So parang similar siya to how you would edit an Excel file. Okay. Ayan. You can add a new item. This is a photo. But again, asset tag 003. Ayan. See, madali na lang siya. Available. Pwede siyang iset to available. Double click nyo lang. Pwedeng sino yung manufacturer. Model niya. Ito. Pwede siyang say printer. Red. Let's put in some random numbers here. Random numbers. Sorry. Purchase date pala ito. My bad. So when you click this, di ba? You can select a random date. Purchase price, all of those things. Ngayon, tanong, no? Okay, Sir Christian, so ano naman yung pinagkaiba niya sa Excel? Hindi ba parang pwede na namin gamitin ito sa Excel? Again, technically you can, but there are some advantages lang for using Microsoft List. Let's say, for example, mas madali nyo nang i-input because naka-built na yung structure niya. And usually pag sa Excel, you have to format kung ano pa yung data type niya and everything. Not to get too technical, no? Pero ang ibig ko lang sabihin is, pag nag-input ako dito sa list, di ba? Let's say, for example, date. I-click ko na lang kung anong date siya na-purchase because naka-define na eh. Alam na ni list kung ano yung type niya. Ang poproblemahin mo na lang is i-input mo na lang siya. And all of this is dependent on kung anong template yung gagamitin nyo. And again, yung template na gagamitin nyo ay depende sa kung ano yung use case na paggagamitin nyo. Okay? So, you are not limited to just one app lang. No? Pwede nyo gamitin yung list, pwede nyo gamitin yung planner, pwede nyo gamitin yung Excel, yung to-do, of course, pwede nyo gamitin. Pwede nyo gamitin all together, di ba? Kung masaya kayo, di ba? Why not? Whatever makes you happy. Okay? So, we're done with list. Again, let us know kung gusto nyo ng additional na demonstration for list on a separate call or separate session. Comment nyo na lang down below. Okay?
Alright. Sir Chris, but in lang din ako ulit. So talagang
Go ahead.
nababasa na comments nga na, Sir, pwedeng magkaroon talaga ng in-depth na training or hiwalay kasi medyo hindi daw sila techie. So huwag kayong mag-alala mga ma'am and sir. Sabi nga ni Sir Christian, we will have a separate session and i-type lang inyong mga requests. And later, ay meron din tayong feedback form for a training request. So maaari nyo po dong i-fill out yung form natin na online na for your training request. And bago yan, Sir Christian, may we remind also our participants, our online participants na meron tayong PDLMS, that's our training.deped.gov.ph, wherein they will access the course, itong ating session for this morning, and then meron lang silang sasagutan na quiz, and then after that ay marireceive na nila ang kanilang digital certificate. O di ba Sir Christian? Hindi namin kayo papahirapan. Basta nakinig kayo at sinundan ninyo yung session natin today at si Sir Christian yung gumawa ng quiz natin. So masasagot ninyo yan basta kayo nakatutok. Alright,
Yes.
sige sir. Take it away
And
po.
don't worry sa mga viewers po natin ngayon sa Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao.
Yes.
Yung mga questions po natin ay hindi siya technical, but it's more on ano yung app na gagamitin ko para, let's say, mag-schedule or mag-send ng email.
Ayan, may tip na agad.
Abangan nyo yun. Oo, abangan nyo yun. Okay. So, just to ngayon, I guess we are nearing towards the end of the demonstration. No? Patapos na rin tayo. So I hope you can, bear with me and stay with me a little bit more. Tatapusin lang natin, I guess, yung some of the features na would be important for you as teachers and students. Okay?
Yes. Sige, Sir Christian, huwag ka mag-alala, hindi ka bibitawan ng ating mga teachers. May iba pa nga dyan, namamalengke na o nagluluto habang nakikinig sa'yo. So, sige, sir.
Grabe naman. Okay. So, what else? Again, we're done with those. So, I will open si Stream. I-mention ko lang, na si Stream is the, as it suggests, is a video streaming app where you can view yung mga lecture videos nga. Let's say, meron tayong, di ba usually, may mga sinesend tayo na ako as guro, meron ako mga ready-made videos na gusto kong i-view ng mga estudyante natin, pwede kong i-upload dito, no? So, pwede kong, actually these are some of the DepEd videos, no? Pero you can search for the videos here, yung mga libraries here. You can select discover and then click nyo yung videos. Okay? Para makita nyo yung mga videos na pwede kong i-view or at least shared with me. Now, yung mga videos din na to, sometimes ito yung mga meeting videos na ginawa ng mga maybe mga teachers or mga school heads natin na automatically naka-upload sa cloud, no, or dito sa 365. So mag-review ko din yon sa stream. All right? So aside from that, I can create my own, no? So punta lang ako dito. Currently wala akong video, no? But pwede ako mag-create. I can upload a video from my computer, or I can start a live event. Okay, I can also record screen or video, diba? So all of these things. But point is, pwedeng gamitin to ng mga estudyante to create, or dito nila ilalagay yung mga let's say schoolworks nila na video output. At the same time, yung mga guro natin na gumagawa or mahilig gumawa ng mga videos for their learning sessions, no? Pwedeng ito yung Meet app na gamitin nila to be able to share these videos sa mga mag-aaral. Okay? Ayun lang, simple lang naman siya. I guess ito, not much to teach here because it's a simple upload and share video streaming app lang naman. Okay? Not sure, no, but if you want a separate session for some reason, just let us know. Diba? Why not? I will go to Whiteboard na. Let me know. Oh, but before that, pakita ko lang si OneDrive. Let me see. I'm not sure kung napakita ko siya or hindi. I will check kung na-upload yung mga files natin. Okay, so for demo purposes, nag-upload ako ng mga sample videos, sample files dito. OneDrive allows me to upload my personal files or maybe learning materials here. So kapag na-upload ko yung files dito, this is just by default, accessible by me lang. So I can group them. I can create a new folder or new file, diba? New folder, new file, document, Word, presentation, whatever it is, no? Let's say, pwede akong gumawa ng folder, docs. Ganyan. Tapos, lagay ko yung, let's say, document, lagay ko sa, move ko sa folder. Oops, sorry. I think better kung, ayan, drag ko na lang siya. Okay, so when I move the yung file ko, pupunta siya dun sa bagong folder na kinreate ko. So that's one way to organize and secure my personal documents. Ngayon, if I want to share this, again, same function. Click ko lang tong share and same procedure lang. Type ko lang yung name that I want to share the file with, and then we can collaborate once na na-open niya yung document na yun. Okay? Sorry, the voice is ano. Okay, now on to Whiteboard. Again, Whiteboard, you can use this as a canvas, no, para to facilitate yung mga lectures ninyo, at the same time yung mga reporting ninyo. We can create a new whiteboard here. I'm sorry, meron na palang created. So when I create a whiteboard, I will be directed here. So kung makikita nyo, wala masyadong tools and medyo complex features na meron dito, because it's simply a whiteboard, no, that you can use to visualize your ideas. You can write here, hello. Hello, PH. Diba? And of course, you can add text here. Oops, sorry. Type here. Bucket share. Ayan. Oops. Okay, got it. Delete natin muna ito. You can erase it here. Ayan. As you can see, itong whiteboard na to is, you can expand it eh. If I type in the text here, magandang umaga po sa lahat. So as you notice, ito, it doesn't mean na nag-shrink yung mismong text. It just means na lumalaki yung whiteboard, because especially kung gumagawa kayo ng mga plano, no, or medyo marami kayong sinusulat, no, nakakapag-adjust yung whiteboard dun sa space na kailangan ninyo, right? So what else can you include? Pwede kayo maglagay ng notes here. What to do? Oops. Things to do. Diba? Kaya sorry, dolo ko yung mga uso sa amin dati yung mga noisy, tapos meron yung mga standing, pero in this case noisy na lang. Tapos parang lilista namin yung mga pangalan ng mga maiingay. But then again, yun nga, you can do a lot of things dito. Erase lang natin ito. Erase natin ito. Okay, naglalag siya. Ayun. Hopefully we can erase this. No, we can't. Okay. Okay, naglalag siya. But yeah, again, point is a whiteboard, you can visualize yung ideas ninyo, you can collaborate on plans. Kapag yung mga teachers natin mas expressive through illustrations, pwede nyong isulat dito. Pardon this lang, no, medyo naglalag lang right now. But then yeah, this is a helpful tool for the teachers most especially. And then you can open this in the app, meaning pwede siyang i-download kasi available to the PC. So all you have to do is just download the app, then access it there, and then pwede kayo directly doon mag-create ng anything. Okay? So that's for whiteboard. And then later on, papakita ko kung paano siya may integrate to Teams. No? Okay. Okay. What else? I may have missed anything. Okay, oh yeah, si forms. Forms you can use sa mga teachers to create a quiz, no? Ito yung mga ginawa ko na examples. An example kanina, which pinakita ko sa presentation. You can create quiz that can be answered by the students din. So kung ako, teacher, gusto ko magpa-exam ng 500 items, or let's say pag gusto kong pahirapan sila 1,000 items. I'm just kidding. Kunwari, any quiz, no, pwede kong i-gawin through Microsoft Forms. You can just input here yung mga questions, which are the right answers, no? And then you can add more here. Pwede siyang multiple choice. Pag multiple choice siya, let's say, okay, when is Christmas Day? Pwede option 1, December 2, so February 6. Pwede another option, every day is Christmas Day. I think ito yung sagot, tamang sagot. I'm just kidding, ito lang yung tamang sagot. Adjo, 25 pala ito dapat ba yan? Okay. Yeah, so once you're happy, you can add, yeah, mag-add na siya dito sa forms na to, which you can share to the respondents. Now, yung respondents na to can be your students nga, who are taking the exams and taking the quiz. At the same time, you can share it via link din sa kanila, aside from just entering yung email. No? You can, once they have access to the forms here, no, all they have to do is answer the questions here. Yung results ng forms na to or ng quiz na to, you can see it on the responses here. Okay, which you can open in Excel. So sa ngayon kasi wala pang respondents, but then once na ni-roll out ko to my students, pinakita ko siya sa students ko, they can answer and then I'll see the results here, no? Which I can export. Okay, that on Microsoft Forms. Let's go back. All right. Okay, so let's go back to all of the apps here. All right, now I want to go to the, okay, mention ko lang na mabilis, no? I want to go to the Microsoft Teams to cap this off. But I guess before that, allow me to, I guess, mention lang yung Power Apps and Power Automate, which directly, as it is now, hindi siya might as critical to the students and the teachers, but could be important down the line, especially if we are, let's say for the Power Apps, no? Especially if we are thinking of creating apps that could accommodate, specific use cases nga na, Microsoft might not have currently, no, na depende dun sa creativity ng mga admins natin or ng schools natin, can create, di ba? So, Power Apps, as the name suggests, is a tool that you can use to develop apps without having to write a single line of code. So, I don't want you to be overwhelmed. Gusto ko lang na maintindihan natin ay because ang Power Apps kasi would require data, no? Data, let's say for example, meron tayong attendance app, no? Or maybe registration, sign-in app na pag may mga pumapasok or sa isang event, sign in sila sa app na yon, no? You can define it, you can upload the data initially by or through an Excel format, meaning andun yung mga fields ng ini-input, diba? Usually name, address, maybe contact number, email, di ba? Yun yung nasa fields ng Excel. You can turn that into an app, no? Na kapag ang mga, let's say, viewers natin pumasok sa isang event and gusto nyo na mag-sign in sila through this app, no? Through this creative app na ginawa ninyo, posible yon. All you have to do is upload the Excel, use it as a format, and create the app from blank. And create the app from there. No, you have the option to create the app from blank, but better din kung ma-define nyo na yung data ninyo. Okay? So ano ibig sabihin nito, Sir Christian? Let's say for example, attendance app, no, na ginawa nyo na, gumawa kayo ng sarili nyong attendance app. If I have a Excel sheet na ito na yung mga gusto kong i-represent dun sa mobile app na yon, pwede kong gamitin yon, upload ko dito, I can use it as the data. Tapos, ang gagawin ni Microsoft Power Apps is, ipoproject niya na sa isang parang view sa phone, kung anong itsura niya sa phone. Tapos, i-edit ko na lang yung mga fields doon, yung magiging itsura niya. Let's say, type in your name here, may mga buttons siguro na pwede kong kalkalin, pwede kong ilagay, pwede kong tanggalin, no? Pagagandahin ko na lang yung itsura niya. Pero yung data, nandoon na. Diba? Does it make sense? Hindi ko lang siya madedemo right now kasi medyo, compared to the other apps, no, medyo lang malalim siya ng onte. But again, if you want a separate discussion on this, comment nyo lang and we will accommodate you. Okay? Now, that's for Power Apps. For Power Automate naman, as suggested kanina, you use this for automating repetitive tasks that you may na ginagawa nyo araw-araw. Now, this is usually done on Office apps like Outlook, no? You automatically send notifications sa Outlook or sa Teams kapag may nag-send na ganitong email, vice versa. But then for the purpose of this demo and for the benefit of majority of the viewers here, siguro i-relate ko na lang to something more familiar to us, which is yung Instagram, maybe Twitter, maybe YouTube, no? So, ang kailangan lang natin malaman dito sa Power Automate is because in-automate natin yung mga tasks na yon, no? Let's say, automatically automatically save yung mga photos. Pag nag-upload ako sa Instagram, kailangan automatically mada-download yun sa PC ko. Ang tawag doon ay flow. No? So isang flow yon. So yung flow na yon ay made up of what we call connectors. So since, let's try an example here. No? You can browse for templates here. Or let's say Instagram. Let's just try. Ito, okay? Alright, so kung makikita nyo, ito yung mga templates ni Power Automate that you can use. Again, ito yung mga templates na ginagamit na ng mga ibang people from all over the globe. No? For example, ito, isang use case to. Save photos from Instagram to OneDrive. So, isang use case yon. Ibig sabihin, automatically, when I upload an Instagram photo, automatically save it sa OneDrive ko. So, let's click on this. No? So, this is one flow. One flow ito. So, a flow is made up of connectors. No? This is all I will tell you regarding the Power Automate. No? Don't worry, we won't deep dive into it para hindi kayo confused. These are connectors. Instagram is a connector and then OneDrive. No? So, this is one flow. So, ang sinasabi dito, this flow will connect to Instagram and OneDrive. So, yun lang sinasabi niya. And there are a lot of templates that you can use, actually. Let's say, ano bang pwede nating search? Something that you can relate to. YouTube. Diba? Although this is most helpful siguro sa mga Outlook apps, no? Pero for this demo purposes, yan. You can use this to share yung video on Twitter. Ibig sabihin na to, automatically post the YouTube link or video sa Twitter kapag nag-upload ako, or maybe receive an email notification kapag may video na nagmamatch sa search on YouTube, di ba? Anything, pwedeng automatically notify yung phone ko kapag may YouTube video tungkol sa company na in-upload. Let's say, DepEd EdTech unit, may in-upload sila sa YouTube because we have YouTube channels then automatically magsasend ng update sa phones natin or baka pwedeng sa Teams, pwedeng sa Outlook, di ba? So instead of mag-upload ako ng video tapos sasabihin ko pa sa email na, hey, nag-upload ako ng video. Why not do that instead, di ba? So yun lang yung essence ng Power Automate that I would like to discuss with you. So again, if you need a more in-depth discussion on Power Automate, feel free to let in the comments below. Kung saan man kayo nanonood, no? Just type in. Christian, please do Microsoft Power Automate. Okay? All right. Okay, questions or Christian, pwede bang ano na lang Power Automate na ba't kailangan sabihin pangalan nyo? Yes, hindi pwede. I'm just kidding. Okay, so finally, I'd like to cap this off with Microsoft Teams. Okay, so again, this is maybe the main message that we want to convey, at least on this session then, no? And just to support yung goals that and the vision of na sinabi sa atin ni Sir Mark C, that in the future, no, especially within the next few weeks, years pala, we hope that the Philippines would be one of the leaders then, no, sa pag-adopt ng technology sa education nila, sa pagtuturo and sa pag-aaral din mismo, no. So yung Microsoft Teams is just one of the many solutions na kami as Microsoft we offer, and together with the DepEd are offering you sa mga students and teachers natin to support yung learning and yung teaching ninyo, no? So ano yung ibig kong sabihin nito? Because of Microsoft Teams, we can create virtual classes. So I think I'm going to jump to another account just to maybe get a more substantial demo on this, no? I will stop sharing for a while muna just to switch to another account. Okay. While I'm doing that, feel free if you have questions po, kindly ask in the comment section below while I sign into my other account. Okay. All right, I'm reading the comments here. I'm interested to know more about Microsoft Power Automate. Yes, we will cover that if you want. Yes. Okay, let me just sign in. All right. Okay. All right. Again, this for those of you who are joining this session is to cover the concepts behind Office 365 and the apps and how it can help you as students and teachers. So this is the first of many sessions that we are doing in collaboration with the Department of Education to support the initiative of building yung education system nating lahat. Okay, of the Philippines. Okay, let's see if I have it here. So feel free to address any questions you may have or kung ano yung request ninyo for future topics that we will do. We will and are listening to you. Okay? All right. Okay. Just loading the screen. Don't forget, towards the end, we will have a quiz then as directed by Sir Maj. We have uploaded a quiz dun sa LMS we will access. Sir Maj will have further instructions on that later, but stay tuned. Okay, just sharing my screen here. Hope it loads. All right. I am sharing my screen now. Okay, hold on. Ayun. All right. Okay. Hold on, I am trying to fix the themes for everyone. But don't worry, this is the last of maybe all of the apps that we want to cover. I know there's a lot more, no? Kasi kung makikita nyo, there are more apps than what we've initially covered isa-isa, no? So we can't really fit it in one session, but feel free, again, to ask if you need and want a separate session on that. Okay, now I think I'm inside the Teams na. Sorry, I had to switch to another account. So I can better demo the Teams sa inyo. Ayan. I hope you can see, no? All right, so again, to cap off the demonstration, again, the purpose of Microsoft Teams, as we've delivered, is to be able to create a digital classroom and digital environment for all of the teachers and for all of their students, no? This is one way to support the evolving means to learn and at the same time facilitate classroom learning, no? So instead of the traditional brick and mortar classrooms or four-walled classrooms that we are accustomed to, we are moving the classroom digitally na, no? This is one initiative towards that goal as defined by Sir Mark C. Now, if you can see the screen now, basically this is what Microsoft Teams looks like, no? So number one, it exists on the web, but at the same time, you can have it downloaded on your computer. Here, no? You can get it as part of the license then. But then just to give you a look and feel, these on the left side are the menu. You can send chat here. And this is the teams that you belong to. Okay, so for this demo purposes, we have created, let's say, a algebra class. All right. So we have here the general tab, which is where you can post yung mga grades ninyo. You can start a conversation. When I write a conversation here, I can attach many files, many many attachments, media, stickers, or maybe links to a video. Makita niyo yung screen dito. And then I can view the files that we have uploaded here or files na ginagamit natin just for this particular class. This is just one class, let's say algebra class na ako as teacher, ito yung class ko. Okay? So ito yung mga files na na-share namin over the course of, let's say, ng isang taon. Ito yung mga ginamit namin na files, yung mga shinare ko. Diba? We have a shared class notebook. Again, notebook is similar to OneNote, diba? But then it's shared siya across the students na that belong to the same team. No, we call it the team. Okay? Ayan. So dito nyo masustore again yung mga text, images, handwritten notes, and whatnot, and everything. And if you'd notice, it has the same function as you would see in a OneNote. No? When I open this one, medyo overwhelming lang siya, no? But then, napapansin nyo ba that these are the same structures na pinakita ko kanina, right? So we have the section here, we have the pages here, di ba? Since this is a class notebook, di ba? Dun sa OneNote, we have one notebook for ourselves, or we can have more. For the class notebook, it is a collection of notebooks of all the students. Do you follow? So, kunwari, ito yung mga estudyante ko. Ang persona ko ay teacher, no? Ito yung mga estudyante ko, sina Adele, sina Al, sina Alex, sina Ashley. Ito yung notebook nila. Hopefully, I can maload ko in time. So, ito yung mga quizzes. Diba? Ayan, no? Yan yung mga quizzes. Again, same principle, same structure. Ito yung section, ito yung pages. Always and always, yun yun. Ito yung homeworks. Diba? See kung maglo-load siya agad. There we go. Ayan. Homework. So kung may mga research papers. So, let me see. Yeah. mga research papers, homeworks, yan, pwede. So, same for Alex. So, yung same sections na meron ako for Adele, meron din si Alex, meron din si Ashley, and these are all visible to me as a teacher lang. So, parang ang idea niyan is ako, ma-review ko lahat ng notebooks ng mga estudyante, pero sila, hindi nila ma-review yung notebooks nila. To avoid yung cheating, di ba? To avoid nga yung yung mga unwanted na collaborations, unwanted teamwork na lang yung tawag natin doon. So visible lang sa akin yun as a teacher, and it's a way for us to control yung mga students natin, di ba? So that's just one. Okay, so assignments, let's see kung meron nakapopulate dito. This is a demo account, by the way. This is just to better visualize. No, wala assignments here. But maybe there's a grades here. Ayan. So, eto, we have a grades tab then to maybe add or grade the students. No? Kapag, let's say, after every quarter, may grading period, deliveries na, pwede nyong ilagay yung grades dito ng mga estudyante, which they will be eventually be able to view when you have placed the input dun sa table na ito. And itong report na ito, of course, if you wanted printed out, kasi diba, I know na at the end of the day, meron din pa rin tayo mga certain reports na maybe in audit or maybe sinasubmit sa school leaders natin. You can export these to Excel. So let's say, try 100 points yung criteria nito. Maybe let's say naka 90 siya. Tapos siya naka 95. So on and so forth. No? Let's say ito 88. So on and so forth. So pwede nyo siyang i-grade. And of course, you can integrate a lot of other things dun sa class ninyo. Diba? You can add more tabs. Depende dun sa preferences ninyo. And again, yung tab na to is a window for you to be able to add other apps. Let's say, ito. Diba? You can add Excel, PowerPoint, Word, or Whiteboard dito sa mismong class ninyo. Diba? So parang, na-imagine nyo na ba na ito, as a digital classroom, you can use it to submit yung homeworks ninyo, grade your students, facilitate yung lectures ninyo, create exams and quizzes. Paano? You can just type in the forms here. Ayan, di ba? If you add a tab, meron kayong forms dyan. Ibig sabihin, pwede kayong gumawa ng quiz. Di ba? And magko-connect siya, or sorry, lilitaw siya dito. So, yun. Pag may mga quizzes kayo, pwede nyo siyang i-integrate dito sa channel na ito. Alright. I know na at this point, medyo marami kayong mga questions na, okay, so paano ba kami magsisimula dyan? Mukhang interesting. How do we even get started? Kasi yung dinemo nyo, Sir Christian, meron ng teams may mga groups na to. Ano ba to? Hindi ko maintindihan. So just in case na overwhelmed kayo right now, the point of this discussion with teams lang is for you to understand na this fully supports yung vision that we have ni DepEd and ni Sir Mark C. of having a future-ready students and teachers na fully capable of facilitating yung learning nila with the latest technology nga, especially with Microsoft technology. So, eto lang yung possibilities to answer that questions as to, okay, so paano ba ito makakatulong sa akin as teachers and students? Ngayon,
Yes.
yung question nyo as to how to, yung question naman sa how to, kung paano tayo magsimula, that's saved for another session na. No?
Yes, Sir Christian. So, ayan.
Yeah.
So talagang sobrang busog na busog kami sa bagong kaalaman, sa mga new learnings about the Microsoft Office 365. As much as we want nga na ibigay sa inyo, syempre hindi yan kakayanin. So hindi naman namin kayo gustong i-overwhelm, sabi nga ni Sir Christian. And talagang very excited ang ating mga teachers sa mga susunod pang mga trainings na i-offer natin para sa kanila. So, Miss Grace, ayan, nandito si Miss Grace. How was it? Ayan, so kulang ang ating oras pero alam mo na, we need to cut our session for this morning pero talagang sabi ko nga, we are expecting more pa, sir. Talagang sobrang mga teachers natin ay excited pa sa mga susunod na trainings. Miss Grace?
Yes, at kanina nga po, we are taking down all of your comments and notes. Lahat po na mga gusto nyong malaman about Microsoft and Office 365. I think marami rin po sa ating mga viewers this morning na discover nga po na ito nga pala yung other applications sa Office 365. So, ayun, marami talagang new learnings, no? And yun nga, just to reiterate lang din, no, again, yung Office 365 po ay available sa bawat estudyante at bawat teacher ng DepEd. So again, re-echoing lang what Christian said, get your accounts from your division ITO kapag kayo ay teacher at kapag kayo naman po estudyante, contact nyo po yung school ICT coordinator. So sa kanila nyo po kukunin sakaling wala pa yung accounts niyo. So yan.
Yes. Yeah, actually may slide ako for that. Pasensya na for not being able to display. But then yan, tulad na sabi ni Grace, if you can request sa mga teachers to our IT officers, and then for the students, our corresponding school ICT coordinators. Okay po?
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you, Sir Christian. Yes, Sir Mark, any message po?
Tama po yun. At yung ating po mga teachers na nagtatanong bakit wala pa silang account, pag po kayo mag-alala sa aming pong succeeding trainings na ibibigay po, kung kayo po ay may mga questions, feel free to comment or magbigay po ng inyong suggestion dahil babalikan po namin kayo para yung account po ninyo ay magamit po ninyo. Same thing din po sa ating mga learners. Yung program po ay kasado na, kaya hintay-hintay lang po at ibibigay po namin yung training na yun para lahat po ay happy sa paggamit ng Office 365.
Yes. Speaking of being happy, Sir Mark, Miss Grace, and Sir Christian, ay happy to serve din ang ating mga Microsoft Education Ambassadors. Dahil this afternoon ay meron tayong session kasama ang ating mga MEA Ambassadors. So yung mga questions ninyo kanina, mga inquiries ninyo kanina, ay sigurado masasagot yan dahil marami tayong mga bisita rin na talagang makakapag-share na kanilang experience, paano nila dinistribute ang Office 365, ano yung mga challenges, ano yung mga takeaways natin. So, abangan ninyo yan mamaya. So, but before that, we would like to thank and show our appreciation sa ating speaker this morning, Sir Christian. We will award for our certificate of appreciation. I have the honor to read it, Sir Mark. Ako na magbasa.
Yes po.
So, Republika ng Pilipinas, Department of Education, Information and Communications Technology Services, DepEd Complex, Meralco Avenue, Pasig City, Certificate of Appreciation. This certificate is presented to Christian Katahan, Microsoft Education Philippines, for sharing his valuable knowledge as guest speaker during the Getting Started with Office 365 for DepEd teachers and learners, conducted by the ICTS Educational Technology Unit on February 6, 2021. Given this 6th day of February 2021 in DepEd Central Office, Meralco Avenue, Pasig City, Philippines. Signed, Director for ICTS, Abraham Y.C. Abanil, our Undersecretary for Administration, Sir Alain Del B. Pasqua, and our Head for ICTS EdTech Unit, Mr. Mark Anthony C.C. So maraming salamat po muli, Sir Christian Katahan.
Yes, and thank you for having me. Again, this is my first live webinar, no. So let me know if we did well naman, no. Hopefully marami kayo natutunan on this session, but then if not, then I'm just kidding. If not, then we do have a lot more sessions along the way. Feel free to ask us. And again, as I keep on repeating, let us know kung ano yung gusto nyong malaman specifically, no? Kasi we're here to support you, no, as you go through each of the apps na gagamitin niyo sa Office 365. Okay?
Yes, thank you. Thank you, Sir Christian. All right, so thank you po, Sir Christian. Miss Grace, ayan. So let us now, kahit konti lang, showing sa ating screen ng ating Microsoft Education Ambassadors in the Philippines. Baka hindi pa alam yan ng ating mga kasamang teachers.
Okay. So, so the Microsoft Education Ambassadors in the Philippines is our community ambassadors who advocate teaching with technology, and who really and these are a group of people who really advocate, and they want to ensure na every teacher in the Philippines ay nabibigyan ng tamang training at guidance sa paggamit ng technology sa pagtuturo at syempre pag-aaral ng ating mga learners. So this is our community in Microsoft. Yung mga ambassadors na nakikita nyo, may 1.5 members sa loob ng group na yan. Actually, ngayon nasa 1,700 na po yan. Spread across the Philippines. Karamihan po dito ay mga DepEd teachers at saka non-teaching personnel din po. Sila po ay trained ng Microsoft on yung ating official curriculum po, at sila po yung parang kumbaga champions po natin. So this program ay actually open po siya sa kahit sino, pero meron po tong process at meron po tong admission. So abangan niyo po kasi this year we are planning to reopen this program. So kapag may mga kakilala po kayong mga DepEd or mga teachers na kalahok po sa program na to, sabihan nyo sila kung interesado kayo. So tulad po na ating mga kasama rin po sa EdTech, sila po ay kabilang na rin po, at sila po ay mga Microsoft Education Ambassadors. Ambassadors tulad ni Sir Madge at ni Sir Mark. Yan. So,
Yes,
yan.
thank you so much, Miss Grace. Talagang excited tayo. Yes, Sir Mark, excited tayong lahat na i-welcome din ang ating mga next Microsoft Education Ambassadors sa Philippines. So talagang excited tayo para dyan. And speaking of excited, sabi ko kanina, this afternoon, we will have our first My Tech Talk session ng ating mga Microsoft Education Ambassadors, wherein meron tayong mga segments like the MEA Kapihan, the MEA Report, and the MEA Hack. So talagang kita-kits tayo mamaya. You may follow again our DepEd FB page, our Facebook Live, DepEd EdTech, and our YouTube channel, Educational Technology Unit. So as a teaser, para po mamaya, yan.
Wow, teaser.
Yeah, so mga gwapo yung mga speakers natin.
Wow.
Wow, Sir Richard Biglete. Sir Ronald,
Mga ITO po natin na ambassadors.
yes. Sir Adrian.
Nakakatuwa lang po Sir Madge at Sir Mark kasi this one is an initiative nga po by DepEd ETU in collaboration with our ambassadors, and kami rin po sa Microsoft for actually natutuwa kami kapag may mga initiatives sa ganito na nanggagaling po sa ating ambassadors at yun sa partners po namin tulad ng ETU. And yeah, and I guess yun nga po kami po kasi sa Microsoft, we're so proud to work with these ambassadors kasi talagang super passionate po talaga sila sa pag-share ng kanilang knowledge sa bawat teacher. So, yeah, exciting po, and we are also looking forward to learn from the ambassadors later sa My Tech Talk. So, thank you.
Thank you. Ako rin ay excited dahil ito yung pagkakataon na mapakinggan din at marinig natin ang galing na iba pa nating mga MEA. Kaya sa ating pong mga teachers na gusto rin pong subukan yung program na ito, hintayin po ninyo yung announcement ng Microsoft Philippines, at ini-encourage ko po kayo na lahat po ng programa na nakikita po ninyo, subukan po ninyo at hindi po kayo magsisisi dahil it will really enhance your skill as a teacher. Magagamit po yan. Looking forward tayo sa ating direction at kayang-kaya natin yung lahat.
Yes. So again, Sir Mark and Miss Grace, talagang kayang-kaya natin itong lahat. So para mas magawa natin ng mabuti at mas mapagbutihan pa natin ang ating mga webinar sessions and trainings, please let us know by typing in yung ating nakikita ninyo sa baba ng screen natin. That's tinyurl.com/etums-techtalk, or you may scan the QR code po para sa mga naka-smartphone para automatically po ay makaka-direct na kayo or may direct kayo sa ating comment at sa ating feedback, training feedback form. So, i-invite ulit natin si Sir Christian Katahan dahil it's time for our shout out at last message sa ating mga participants for today.
Okay. Well, again, maraming salamat po sa mga for inviting me. Again, this is my first webinar nga, but I hope na I get to see and talk to you again in the future. No, who knows? And then hopefully hopefully, marami po kayong natutunan today. Alright? So on behalf of Microsoft, maraming salamat for all of this.
Right. Thank you, Sir Christian. Sobrang na-appreciate ng mga teachers ang iyong sharing for this morning. So we look forward po for more. So Miss Grace.
Sir, yun. So again, maraming salamat po sa ating mga viewers and and I know na marami pa kayong request, marami po kayong aabangan. In fact, si Christian po ibabalik next week para sa ating next episode. So abangan niyo po dahil next week we will talk about Microsoft Teams. Everything that you would need to know to get you started using Microsoft Teams. So para po dun sa mga excited na mag-Teams, next week po wag niyo pong kakalimutan mag-tune in 9 a.m. po ulit. So again, also in behalf of our team at Microsoft, thank you po sa ETU for this partnership and maraming salamat po sa ating ambassadors na patuloy po na tumutulong sumasagot sa ating comment section. And of course, maraming salamat po sa bawat teacher, bawat learner at bawat parent na nag-tune in today. You are taking charge of your own development and we are so proud to work with all of you.
Thank you, Miss Grace. Sir Mark?
Ayan. At sa lahat ng mga nanonood sa ating pong kasabay na nagsistream, sa DepEd Tambayan, sa DepEd Tayo, sa DepEd Philippines, hello po sa mga nanonood at lagi po natin tatandaan, gawin nating habit ang Sabado para matutunan ang mga bagay-bagay tungkol sa pagtatawid ng teknolohiya sa paggamit sa loob ng ating classroom instruction. At hindi lamang to para sa guro, para rin sa mga bata at para rin sa mga magulang.
Yes, Sir Mark. So, thank you, Sir Mark C. And with that ends our morning session. And kita-kits tayo mamaya in the afternoon. So, maraming salamat po sa lahat ng ating mga kaguruan, sa lahat ng ating mga learners, Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao, at saan man panig man kayo ng mundo, ka-partner ninyo ang Microsoft at ang EdTech Unit para may pagpatuloy ang sulong edukalidad. So, maraming salamat po. Happy lunch in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bye-bye!